Oh.
Why are there 4 mics here?
I don't know. It's like our 2 mics had babies and had more mics. And there were
the microphone babies.
You know what's funny? Do you know what their names are?
What?
Michael.
Michael and baby.
Michael and baby. So this is Torn Between Two Brothers. That was weird. Let's not do that again. So yeah, today is kind of a special episode because we are episode 11.
Episode 11,
That's 2
baby.
ones. That's a special thing because
2
I'm a
ones.
number guy. I love ones.
I do love ones myself.
I'm a 1 person. So real quick, we need to do our PSA at the beginning of every single episode. So please subscribe, or we will slightly change the time on your alarm clock. Nothing major, like 10 or 15 minutes, but just enough to make you late for your 9-to-5 job. You're probably actually, you know what? You are a banker. Most of our demographic are
just
all
all
bankers
bankers, yeah.
working
They're all
9 to
dealing with
5s.
cash.
And at first, the boss is gonna excuse it and is gonna be like, "Well, it happens to everyone." But it doesn't. It only happens to you now. You've tried everything. It happens to you every single day for the rest of your life. You change alarm clocks? We're there, baby. We're sneaking in your window. We're changing it. You get a new alarm clock? That's
Changing
broken
that
too,
too.
baby. You've tried everything. You've even tried staying up all hours of the night just to show up to work.
On time.
On time. But you are so tired that your boss is fed up and fires you. Now, you're home, your bills start piling up, you get kicked out by your landlord, you move in back with your mother, now you're on that sweatpants life, which is very unfortunate because you don't want to be on that life. You start picking up acne, all you eat is pizza, and now you end up start gaining weight. And the one priority you have in life is to watch YouTube. And you know what? You stumble upon this amazing podcast. These 2 brothers, every day, they discuss something brand new. And you're so entertained by them that you subscribe. So subscribe to our channel or you'll be without a job living with your mother and still subscribing to us.
In that sweatpants life. In that sweatpants life.
Sweat plant.
The sweat plants. Is that where all the little kids work? The sweat plant?
The sweat plant.
All right.
So without further ado, we have a special little announcement. And today is...
And a guest!
We got some guests, boys.
We got some guests in the buildings. Come on in.
Come
We
on
got
in, boys.
Tim. We got Brett from the Keep Up podcast.
Yo, yo.
yeah. We're going to be a little congested.
Don't worry about it. All right, smooth.
Sneaking
in. We're
Look at
good.
That was.
We're all, like, the table's jumbling.
Let me
and
get
we're
my
in-
legs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I get
my
the
legs.
squeeze it in.
You sound like the
All
dude
right.
from SpongeBob. My leg. My legs.
My legs. I'm on a podcast that's not equipped for 4 people.
Make
But
it happen.
we're here. We made it.
here.
We're alive.
I know.
Yeah, we're
I
stoked.
know. It's
We're stoked
crazy.
to have you on.
How you guys doing?
So good.
Fine.
Is this
Hey, we're fine.
Tim's fine.
Just fine.
Tim's
just
all right.
regular?
We're good.
You know.
So
Standard.
you guys, this is your first, like, guest appearance.
Yeah.
Yes.
As the
Um,
Keep Up podcast.
And,
Right. Because
for
Brett's
those
been all around the world. And hi, world. This
explored
is.
the 4 corners.
Yeah.
Tim's finally making a breakout.
Yeah,
Finally,
you know,
dude.
I left the basement and I was like, today's the day.
The day. It's like bench warmers where they're like afraid of the sun and you won't leave the house. That's Tim.
He was my hero. So
No,
it's-
yeah.
Um,
We all have our idols.
So for those of you, the people,
Yeah.
tell them who you are and
You want this
3
one? Tim?
words.
No, Brett's the
in
mouth
3
guy.
words or less.
I'm here to
Don't want that
with the mouth.
reputation. Not looking for that one.
Welcome, mouth guy.
So we have a podcast called The Keep Up. It's a comedy and entertainment podcast. The whole idea at the beginning was just the massive amounts of media that we're always behind on. So we rifle through some categories every week, and we do TV and movies and what else do we do? Tim, you say some stuff.
Video games, music,
Those are the other
literature,
things.
food,
Comics.
technology, stupid questions. These
Yep.
are all just categories that
Yeah.
we hit, which, out of context sounds kind of weird. Like, what stupid questions? Well, we just ask stupid questions, really.
Yep.
But,
That's one Tim invented. Tim invents a category every now and then.
Yeah.
And we also do a monthly special where everybody suggests the things.
I think the monthly special is one of my favorite things you guys have implemented because
man.
What they do is they reach out to their social medias and they ask a question of the month, and then people respond, and you take pretty much every response,
Yeah.
and,
Every
and-
request,
and,
and
you
you
kind of
just
go
send
into
it.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's fun, man.
For those of you that don't know, so the thing that's really interesting about these two fine gentlemen is when we were talking about the podcast and trying to piece together how we were going to formulate the podcast.
We just stole your idea, and it was
took
easy.
the idea and rebranded
We were
it.
like, what can we do for the podcast? Well, the Keep Up's pretty cool. Why don't we do exactly what they do with colored cards in the back, and we'll be good.
Yeah, right.
If we do video, they won't know it's
That's
two
it.
different podcasts. We actually, our first 10 episodes is us lip syncing your previous episodes. But we
Timing's impeccable.
And we originally thought a good name would be the Upkeep, but we
Dude,
went
that'd be
we had
went
to
with
switch,
what-
torn
we-
between
so
two
good.
we
brothers.
didn't want to get hit with copyright strike.
I would honestly be pretty happy. You know,
That would
like
be great.
I would feel honored that.
Yeah.
Satirical.
Yeah.
It's like the Onion of fucking podcasts.
And one thing that we discussed majorly when like figuring out the podcast is there are so many podcasts that have this niche topic, which is great for a niche audience. Like there's like people that talk about unsolved murder mysteries, and they
Cold
talk about different,
cases.
yeah.
Mhm.
And we're like, we don't want to be stuck in one. Like if we just only talk about video games or whatever, we're gonna be stuck in that thing, and we're not gonna be able to talk about anything else. And I felt that with the interview podcast, is like I felt like I was stuck just interviewing. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
which is
Can't get
great.
out of
You
the
meet
cycle.
new people, but I want to talk about life. So we're like, what can you do to make a broadcast more broad? And we said, all right, we're going to talk about
Everything.
anything
Might as
we
well.
want.
Wow.
And that's kind of what you guys have.
That was
you,
dope.
That was.
You guys have you can
Same
talk about
between two
anything.
brothers.
So the first topic of the day, which is a perfect transition for turning to topics,
Nailed it.
Jeff Bezos, Amazon CEO.
Ah, the bald guy.
The bald
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
Bald
right.
guy with a
I
lot
know
of
him.
money.
Yeah,
The
bald
revi-
guys know bald
Yeah.
guys.
Right,
That's
you
it,
know,
man.
it's all part of the
Re-
plan.
reveal yourself.
I think that's
The
merit
reveal,
to take your
the
hat
reveal.
off. Yeah.
Hey,
Woo!
baby.
Hey,
Whoa.
beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Right to the dome.
It's
That's it.
you know, it's nice.
Which I'm very
nice.
upset about because we literally made like artwork for our
Yeah, yeah.
guests, and then you turn bald
Yeah.
after we take a picture of you with a full head of hair.
It's honestly
Like, all right.
disrespectful.
I saw it and I was like, no, I gotta shave it off.
It was actually Tim wearing a wig underneath a hat, and that's what we got the icon for.
He didn't want to be confused with an
Yep.
icon.
No, and
anymore.
I just did it on a whim. I'm not losing hair. I'm not going bald
Yeah,
or
you
anything.
just,
I
like,
just like, I've never seen myself in my adult age bald.
Bald.
That's
Yeah.
nice, dude. I'm
Yeah,
trying
to
to
do
grow
it.
out my hair, and if it doesn't work or I get to a point where I'm like, fuck this, dude,
Yeah,
totally.
done.
Peace.
I told Joanna too. She's like, I love your hair. I'm
You know
like,
what's funny? The regular hair of you guys, like you guys are similar in hairstyle, and then me, I usually shave my head and grow the beard.
Oh, yeah.
We're very like, I think
Interesting.
we've been talking about like this is like an alternate
Alternate
timeline,
universe.
like, an alternate universe where it's like we're literally just the same
It's the
podcast
same
twice.
thought.
I noticed our similities. We're both going to school, both 25, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
and we're
Dude,
both older, and
literally.
we
Older.
both do hip hop.
We both, yeah. It's real weird.
Why don't
It's
we
just
hang out
weird.
more?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
We're literally the same people.
Same people. Yeah.
it really, it's
It's
magic.
so funny. So Jeff Bezos.
Is that how you say his
Is
name?
it
by the way?
Bezos or Bezos?
I don't know.
I had Bezos in my mind, but
You know what the
You're
Mexican
wrong.
version?
definitely wrong. Yeah.
You know what the Mexican version of
Jeff
Jeff?
Kisses?
No, Jeff Bezos is Jeff Pesos.
Why? No.
The Mexican
That
version
may
of
I
be-
was
Jeff
gonna
Bezos.
say the English
may be
version
ill.
is Jeff Kisses because Beso I think is kisses. In,
Oh, is that
or
what
it is?
in Spanish.
Oh.
So Jeff
That rich
Kisses,
motherfucker.
the Amazon
so rich.
CEO, just invested $10 billion with a B
Yeah, it's a couple bucks.
dollars to fight climate change,
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
which is insane.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for
So
him.
he just put it into the Bezos Earth Fund. It was kind of weird because he announced it on Instagram, which is kind of a weird way to kind of tell the world.
You
I
would think
figured-
he'd do like a public speech or something
yeah,
like that.
like anyone else. So it's to help scientists, activists, NGOs, and he is worth 130 billion. So that's only 7.7% of his wealth.
Right,
just in
right.
case.
7.7.
Dude.
I wish.
I
I
know.
wish.
I mean, he's been through a bunch of scandals with like Amazon and
Yeah.
like people working crazy shifts and not being allowed to do. I don't know. I get confused with all the CEOs. I don't know if Walmart screwed over people or Amazon screwed over people or
it's all
another
synonymous.
business screwed
It's
over
the same.
people.
Yeah.
I just
So,
assume all of them screwed over someone at some point.
Right.
They're all corporations.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just I think he must be just overworking people. And but the funny thing is like people are kind of praising it, but I feel like there was a bigger outrage because he just recently bought a $165 million home.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And people were pissed about that when he spent like
Why,
0.13% of his.
dude?
And I'm like,
Did you hear about his divorce real quick? Can I talk about that?
Yeah. Well, this a
yeah.
podcast.
Can
You're
I
allowed
talk
to
for
talk.
1 second?
We gotta ask Jeff first.
So,
if
dude-
we can
Yeah,
talk
we
about this.
got to see what he says.
Lord Jeff. No, but he got divorced from his wife, and his wife took like a certain percentage of his money, and I think she's like now the 32nd richest person in the world. You can
Whoa.
fucking fact check me. I know everything.
That sounds right.
And I
law.
think it makes her like the first or second richest woman in the world just by divorce.
That's crazy.
Insane, dude.
I don't know.
I'll marry Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, say, dude. I'm in the wrong
Get
business.
Jeff Kisses in his house.
About to make my Jeff Bezos. You know what I mean?
Stop making
I'm
Jeff
so mad about that.
No, I like it. I think it's clever.
No, I did too, but it's awesome.
I'm gonna notice real quick that you're gonna enjoy his humor. He's
Yeah.
gonna enjoy your humor.
Yep.
It's just because it's literally the same podcast
so
twice.
scared.
So, so even though people are pissed about Jeff Kisses,
Yeah.
I'm still a Prime member. So I'm giving him my
Same,
money.
yeah.
You
Oh,
know what?
absolutely.
I gotta say I'm pretty proud of myself
Why?
for being a Prime member and being part of the climate change through association because I paid Amazon Prime.
That's true.
Yeah.
He made
You're
that
for
money.
the cause.
I'm for the cause, baby.
Technically, you
Come by
just
here,
donated
baby.
10 billion.
Yeah.
Technically,
pretty much it.
my money is your money is our money.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we've all
I'm
donated.
cheap. I guess I'm cheap because I have student membership, which is like a third
Oh,
of the
yeah.
cause. So it's
Honestly.
like climate change. You get like a third of what everyone
Yeah.
else gives.
You might as well go set some forests on fire.
Yeah,
That's really what
Pretty
you're
much.
doing.
You didn't see me in Australia, bud? You didn't see me there?
Too soon. Too soon.
Holy, that's a hot topic right there. Huh?
Dude.
A hot topic.
I didn't even get it.
I
I just catch on.
Oh, by the way,
Angry again.
Awesome.
for the guests, I forgot
Yeah.
to explain this.
Oh,
You
that's
can
us.
See live who's liking the page and
Hey,
Oh my
Ben.
gosh.
So if there's
okay.
any, so what happens is we can almost not lie the entire time because we have a comment section that goes, oh, by the way, it's Jeff Bezos or whatever.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
So we're hoping like people punch in, but they don't have to.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of emojis right now.
So
Yeah.
Jeff,
let me do that.
Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
being the Amazon CEO,
Yep.
we all think he's, I don't know, like
I don't know that
he
guy.
must be causing mass suicide because of how much he's overworking people, like in China.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right? Like
Yeah.
there must be.
They have like
some
suicide nets
correlation.
over there, and like
In
I
China?
don't know if it's in China, but it's like
Oh,
that
that's
part
true.
of the
Yeah,
world,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
for people like manufacturing like iPhones and working in like Amazon. I don't know if Amazon's one of those companies, but they literally have suicide nets. So if people try to jump, they're like, "Nah, we got you, bud.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
You ain't dying.
Yeah.
today."
No, that's a thing. Yeah, because the
weird.
rate's so high, right? Like
Yeah.
that's
the rates are like through the roof.
Insane.
That's terrifying.
So
Jeez.
now that we know Jeff Bezos, the monster,
Mm-hmm.
and Jeff Bezos, the climate changer,
Yep.
what are you guys' opinions on him now that like because I think he caused a lot of negative climate change because like there's no way you can have that many trucks delivering that many packages
Emissions,
without
whatever,
having
yep.
a big deal of emissions.
Right.
And whatever fuel, whatever when you use fuel, I don't know what
Fossil
Yeah.
fuels.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like
Dinosaurs? Is that what we're talking about?
so where do you guys land on the Bezos train?
I'll let you guys go first because I'll save mine for last.
Dude, I have a hard time with stuff like this because, like, the dude has way too much money, right? So that's like a problem.
Right? Good start.
I rest my case.
That's
the
it.
problem.
So, like, I don't know. It's hard. Like, I don't know how to judge. Every time he does anything, it's like, dude has too much money. Everyone's angry. And then he does something like this, and it's like, is he just trying to be like, nah, I do good stuff too?
yeah, it's
but
a
it's
positive PR almost. to a certain
like, right.
extent.
But it's like, he didn't
Or he
even.
could have donated more.
Right. Yeah. Like, it's like
come
not
on, yeah.
enough.
$10 billion.
No,
he
but I mean,
could've
like people do
donated
that
more.
where
Yeah.
like,
No,
like
I get
other
you.
celebrities
Exactly, that's
donate
the
like
thing.
500 grand to something, and they're like, oh, you're worth $200 million. Why didn't you at least donate $1 million? And
Yeah.
it's like, all right,
Because if
fuck
I
you.
donated to every fucking cause, I'd be broke and I'd be
Yeah.
out of a job.
Right. So it's like
I'd be
all
living
relative.
in my mom's
you know?
basement with
Yeah.
sweatpants. Full circle.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know where, like, I don't, to be honest, like, I see headlines and there's just so many articles of, like, filled with, like, opinions that a lot of times I don't even know what to think. And, like, you can kind of see multiple sides of any issue, of course, but it's, well, most issues. So I don't know. I don't really have like an opinion, and maybe that's a bad thing, and I should. But it's like it literally seems
You're on
like
the fence. That's not.
I guess.
Yeah. on the
You're good.
fence.
You can be on the fence.
But
I mean, it's torn between two brothers, but I guess you're right slap dab in the middle.
Just that's where you go.
but
Sitting on the wall with the brothers.
I guess like my first inclination.
Not sure about anything with two brothers.
That last
I
guess
guess
kind of
so,
catchy. Maybe. That's the new title. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
It just spins through topics, and it's like Hitler.
Maybe.
No.
Oprah? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's you put those two like back to back.
Yeah,
That's kind of a
Hitler,
weird
Oprah.
move.
Maybe.
Well, imagine Oprah Hitler or Hitler Oprah. Insane.
Dude.
I
like a-
imagined it. What am I supposed to be thinking?
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Be a bunch of Nazis
I
reading
just-
the book club, just like.
Someone,
Start the chambers. I'm on
So-
chapter 7 right now. That's not a German accent, but I'm going to say it is.
I'm real scared of the screenshot someone just took with you saluting and his shaved head.
Clickbait right there.
Real scared of that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How about you,
Yeah, where do you stand?
Jeff Bezos' cousin?
Yeah, you know, they call me Baby Baze.
Nobody calls you that.
Everyone, ever since I shaved, they're like, "Hey, it's Baby Baze." Baby Baze. My only thought is, why is it him that gets all the blame for everything? Like, isn't Amazon itself a bunch of different people, or is it solely him doing everything?
Oh, I mean, he's worth $130 billion. So
right, but
he's-
like, are there like, is there a board with
I'm
a bunch?
Sure there's a board of like a committee that like screws everyone over, but he's a CEO, so you gotta step on heads. To
It's
make
almost
it to
like
the top.
it's almost like making fun of a football team, and then you immediately target the quarterback.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
most prominent person within the company.
Mm-hmm.
But like, in terms of my opinion, I
Or-
think how you can't get that big without getting any backlash whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
Amazon's one of
course.
the biggest
Yeah.
companies worldwide now,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be letting emissions into the air. You're gonna be doing this and that. So I mean, donating, fighting back, and putting money towards it, I think that's pretty awesome. You know, he could sit back and do nothing and say, you know what, fuck the earth.
Yeah.
But
Which I'm kind of. They always talk
Wait a
about.
minute. I was like, hold on. What was that last part?
They always talk about how
deal
they're going to need a
disrespectful.
big change to shift climate change.
yeah,
And I think that's a change.
Yeah.
I think it's just dumping a bunch of money in it because the government isn't really pushing anything.
No,
So
yeah.
him being the catalyst for climate change might turn things around because
Yeah.
they always say, oh, we have 3 years before we have to turn things around. We have 2 years.
Yeah, it's always a time
it's
limit.
always
Yeah.
They always put it. So I think that's.
I think that's the only answer, really, because if you think about it, they can do with nice. They can do whatever. They can do whatever with the money. And I mean, they could not do anything with climate change, and then it turns out to be that it's an actual thing. Or they can dump a bunch of money and say, you know what, it wasn't an actual thing, but at least
But
we
we're
did as
living
much.
better.
We're
Yeah.
living better. Exactly.
I'm curious how far the money goes. Like, I want to see what
Yeah.
that 10 billion actually does.
Well, that's what's funny is like you see posts like this person put this much money into it. It's like, oh, tight. But like, I don't know
like,
what
does
that
that
means.
right? What does that do?
You get
Where
a
does
pie
that
chart,
go?
And it's like 80% went to other CEOs, and then like 19% went to advertisement, and then 0.1% went into the actual cause.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
0.1% of 10 billion though, like, come
Yeah,
on,
I
still
know,
pretty
right?
good.
It's still better than me donating.
That would get me out of debt.
Yeah, seriously. I can pay off my wedding, which I have to say at least once a podcast. Oh, that's great. Did you guys see frickin' Lil Dicky's releasing a show?
What'd you call me?
No, what is it?
Lil
Dave,
Bibby? Lil Bibby? Yeah, Lil Dicky releasing a show called Dave. It's going to appear on FXX. everything appears. If you're like part of the hip hop, like you're going on FXX. That's just is what it is. Childish Gambino.
I don't know.
FXX.
I don't know what that is. What's
FXX?
FXX?
It's
Oh,
like FX.
It's
but with
FX,
an
but the
extra X.
HD
Oh, tight.
version. Yeah.
Weird. All
Isn't it
right.
more like adult program? Not like
Yeah.
adult,
Yes.
adult,
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's
adult.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adult.
you don't want to go to FXXX.
Yeah.
That careful.
1 X away from the wrong channel.
Yeah, you need to be careful there.
Do you want to
Then you'll see
hear
Batman and Throbbing by accident.
what how unoriginal the storyline is?
Oh no. Yeah.
Can't wait.
It's about a Jewish guy
Uh-huh.
who feels that that he is destined to be one of the best rappers of all time.
Fair enough.
Kevin Hart, obviously one of the show producers, because what is Kevin Hart not in?
Right.
But my favorite part of looking at it, because I'm probably gonna end up watching it. I like Lil Dicky. I like his music.
Yeah, too, yeah.
He's like creative in an uncreative way
Yeah.
and really like outside the box thinker. The features that are gonna be on there was what fucking pumped me up,
like the
dude.
people like just like popping into.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think I
dude.
saw some of them. Yeah,
You ready for this? I
Yeah.
got 6 right here. Justin Bieber,
I know. Fire.
I'm in.
fire. YG, nah.
Who?
Gunna, nah.
What?
Taco from Odd Future. I'll get on top
All
of
right.
that. Young Thug, yes sir. And Trippy Red being the last one.
Wow.
Fucking
I know.
dope, dude.
You
guys gonna watch that
I died because Justin. He was Lil Dicky was just on Justin Bieber's new album that just came out with
Yep.
the song "Yummy," like we spoke last week.
Yummy, yummy.
Wait, Lil
yummy,
Dicky's
yum.
on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's on a song
No.
called not "Yummy." He's on.
He's
a
on-
different.
he's on-
But he's on that
album.
track?
He's on the
He's
album.
on the album.
Okay.
He's on a different track.
That
I
threw
think
me.
it's called "Running Over," and Lil Dicky, best line in it is he says he's scrolling through a girl's Instagram feed, and then he's like, I'm starting to get it to 2015, and you're looking kind of young, so I closed it out, which is like the most honest truth. Like when
Dude,
like you're
5 years
single,
back and you're
just
like, she looks like a teenager,
and
man.
then
Maybe I
you're
should
like-
stay away.
I mean, it probably doesn't apply to you.
I've been out of the game
You're
for a
like, looking
minute.
back, you're like, all right, she was 15 in these MySpace photos. Like I'm kind of
Doing the math, you know?
Well, if
Wait
she
a
was on
second.
MySpace, you know she's old enough.
True.
You
Yeah,
know
right,
she's
yeah,
old
if you're in
enough.
MySpace days,
Yeah,
yeah.
no one's making a MySpace now. At
No.
like 15.
You can't. Have you gone to like?
It's like a
I've tried to get back
music
into my
webpage.
profile.
Dude.
I really want to know, dude. Oh, my profile was fire, dude.
Yeah, I
Tom
bet.
DeLonge.
Oh,
right in there,
nice.
dude, with a lip ring, just like super emo.
Yep.
Everything was black. It was awful, man. It's like, you guys don't get me. Hair flip. RAR XD at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
so
of course.
bored.
Gotta have that.
But yeah, I think I'm watching the Lil Dicky show.
Yeah, I mean, it looks.
will, yeah.
It looks good.
I
mean,
love Lil Dicky. I would definitely like to watch that because
Yeah.
I think he's smart and he's funny.
He is smart.
and, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know.
he's just an outside the box thinker.
Yeah.
Everything he does, like, and it's always random stuff, like the music video where he had everyone donate to the music video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Or even Pillow Talk, and it was
Yeah.
just such a like a
Dude.
7-minute just going on, and I like, dude, I'll still bang that as
It's-
like a
yeah.
regular song.
Yeah.
And who's the guy who plays God? It's the guy from Step Brothers. Not Will Ferrell. It's the other guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I
it-
always forget his name, man. It's awful.
Is it in that song?
No, he's like God, like above like everything. They shoot, like they go to him in
what's
the
his-
video.
Before the dinosaurs, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Oh, and
dinosaurs,
Pillow
he's-
Talk.
Yeah. I don't know who it is.
I can't remember.
His
You
face
know
is
it's
always in
fakes.
my
Yeah.
mind, but then his
Oh, it's there. It'll come to me.
It's okay. I've learned
John
people
Cena.
get so pissed when like we do like the podcast because we're like, it's and then they're like, it's Bob Saget.
Bro, is it Bob Saget? That would be
I was
sick.
hoping someone in the comments would throw it out
Maybe
there.
at
but
some point.
he
We'll
might.
see. It might come soon.
Might
come soon. But
you
I'm
know
stoked
what's
about
funny? You didn't go to Pinkerton, right?
I did.
So there's a girl that graduated closer to your age.
All right, dude.
and
Easy.
She's in the Pillow Talking music video, and she's in the Lil Dicky video.
What?
TV show.
Really?
Yeah.
She went to Pinkerton?
Yeah. Taylor Miziak.
I'm
I
unfamiliar.
don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, I remember seeing like a bunch of people like that graduated with me and older were posting like that.
That's
she was
crazy.
In that music video, and I was like, oh, that's kind
Dude,
of a
Pinkerton
small
is
world.
where
I love,
stars are born, man.
Yeah,
I
dude.
love doing,
Look at us.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Right?
Come on.
Come
Look
on.
at me.
Tim
do
didn't
you
go to
guys,
Pinkerton.
do you guys
Tim
ever
was in
do
the
6
background,
degrees
yeah.
of separation to? Well, it doesn't have to be to Kevin Bacon, but to anyone. Do you ever go? All right, I know this person who worked with this person who knows that person who knows that person.
I guess not consciously, but it's weird how like the small world thing applies.
Oh,
Like you
everywhere.
randomly are just like this, especially with social media.
Yeah.
Like someone comments on a thing and you're like, wait a second, I worked with that person 16 years ago and now like they're friends with this person. It's super weird.
I
don't
can
know.
I can
know that person?
Yeah.
I can get you all to Eminem in like 4 steps.
All right.
So you guys know me.
Good start.
Of course, it starts with Justin.
Prove it.
Nihilistic
Yeah, this is a
piece
weird
of
flex.
shit.
I don't know what to
I'm just
You know me who knows Eminem,
yeah, right.
dude. The line
Boom.
stops there.
Done. 2 steps.
So my videographer was 2017 and 2018.
Joyner
who's-
Lucas, Eminem.
Who's Joyner Lucas's videographer? Who's Eminem? Who
Gotcha.
did a song with Eminem?
Damn, bro.
Okay.
That's weird.
That is weird.
That's weird.
Isn't
Alright.
it weird? Like, and
So
it's
can I
shorter.
say I met him technically?
Yeah, you can say
Yeah.
John C.
Well,
Riley. John C. Riley is in there.
That's what it
oh,
was.
There we
good.
go.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Joanna.
Should have just started guessing
Thank you,
people.
Jesus.
That's what I was like, Jesus, all right. Why
My
not?
wonderful wife coming in with the clutch.
But yeah, I loved. I don't know. I figured I'd see if anyone else thinks like that. Where you're like, so now I think, all right. So I went to Pinkerton with a bunch of people who knows this girl who was in Lil Dicky's music video.
Yeah.
That's, now we're like 2-3 degrees away from Lil Dicky.
We're pretty much on
Weird.
tour with Lil Dicky and Eminem. It's a stacked
Someone
bill.
tag Lil
Announcing
Dicky.
it
We're gonna
right
get him on the
here.
podcast because we pretty much know him.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got time.
That's awesome.
So we're gonna have a moment of silence.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. I saw a cat over there. I didn't know there was a cat down here.
Are you
So
allergic to cats?
no, I'm just
Okay.
stoked
Definitely.
about
I'm
it.
stoked.
Yeah.
No, I was just trying to and then try to get someone to pick up a topic.
Oh, is that what happens next?
Okay,
Tight.
I got something.
Oh, you
This is
just like
Yeah.
just
Let's
pick
do
it
it.
up.
so.
All right.
Pick it up.
Last time you were on our podcast, you brought a gift, and
Did I bring a gift?
you did. You brought a gift. You brought.
Just trust him.
Yeah, just believe me. So I thought it'd be a fun tradition if I brought a gift
No
from the Keep Up. This is from both of us.
Yeah.
For both of you guys.
No.
Let me open it up.
This is the coolest thing.
guys.
As long as it's not a Smirnoff Ice, I'm happy to accept it.
No, it's kind of close.
Okay with the Smirnoff Ice.
My dad iced me on my like drinking podcast. He goes, "Here, like I got you a Christmas present because it was a Christmas special."
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, "Here you go." And then he gave me he like tricked me into opening a Smirnoff Ice. So I had to like be like a college.
No,
kid
don't
and
worry.
chug it.
I lifted up the bag to give it to him earlier. I didn't feel that it was that heavy.
Yeah.
But then
You're
again,
like,
it's just a
clink, clink,
Smirnoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 3 gifts in total. One for
Three
you, one
gifts?
for you, and one for the podcast.
you-
Interesting.
Oh,
Crazy.
that's
No,
fucking dope.
don't say they're good gifts. I didn't say they're
Okay.
good
Yeah,
gifts.
there's
you know?
Don't get
I
too
love
excited.
bag gifts too.
So we'll start off. Here
is
this is for the podcast. You can put it in the background, even though it won't fit at all.
Is that
It's an empty box of a giant Kit Kat.
tight?
put it right here in the middle.
How do
Right.
we-
Well,
hold up, ready?
Perfect.
We can,
this episode of Torn Between Two Brothers is sponsored by Kit Kat.
I thought people like Kit Kats, so you know.
hold up. There it is.
Why?
Now it says ants.
Nah,
And
this
we're
is,
done. All
This
right.
is what is expected of the Keep Up. We bring the zaniness.
We do. All right.
Zaniness.
All right. Why do you even have this box?
So, Brandon, I know you like literature. So I
Oh.
stole a library book from my school. The Hunt for Red October.
Stole a
Yep.
book from the
You can see
library.
right there.
Yeah, and
Nashua
it's-
Community College.
It's stamped right there.
Oh my god!
So you know
Like,
it's
get
legit.
arrested. That's so funny. He hands it to me and then he's like, 911. This man has a stolen book from the public library in Nashua. You guys got to come get him. He just knocks on the door.
Book 'em.
Stole it, and I was like, you know what?
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
That's
I
so
wanted.
cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate
There it
it.
is.
you know, I don't know if you've read it. I don't
I have
know.
not,
Just
no.
you know.
Well, there you go.
I'm stoked. It's Tom
You know what's
Clancy, though.
crazy? I got bars.
I got bars.
Oh, you're about to have some more.
Oh man.
Just another Kit Kat.
It's like
It's a
here's-
real Kit Kat bar.
So I know you're a fan of Reboot. So I have trading cards.
No.
But I pre-opened them and looked at them just so.
Just in case there's any rare.
We wanted to make sure it was good ones.
He wanted to make sure there's no card in there worth $400 that he
He's
can
just like,
resell.
This
is so
man, sorry, there's no
dope.
rares
So-
in there.
Go through them if you want.
That's
you can
so cool.
you can eat
Do
them.
I open it
That's
now?
so
Do you
dope.
guys want to see
You don't
it?
have
Dude,
to,
get into
but
it.
Open one of the packs.
Let's do
Show,
it.
yeah.
like I said, pre-opened.
Yeah, so you don't
can
even
go-
have to do that much work.
Right.
Yeah,
I
right there.
I was like,
This
man.
is the probably one of
That's
the coolest
fucking
gifts I've
nasty.
ever
Yeah.
had.
Dude, look
So-
at that.
Oh, look at these.
So they're just like
So it's a software file,
screenshots.
like I'm not gonna go through all of them. I'm just gonna
A live unboxing.
Yeah, now it's an unboxing video. We're bringing all
Maker.
elements of the Keep Up
Yeah,
history.
we're infecting it. It's Dude,
Dude,
so
I'm not even
cool.
gonna do the podcast anymore. I'm just gonna read.
the stolen book.
Hour and a half in,
I'm gonna go
just like
through
right.
it. This is
Oh.
insane. You guys are crazy.
Hey,
This
you know.
This is the coolest.
I had a ton
Mega
to do
flop.
with this.
Yeah,
by the way.
Brett was
That's
like, you know
awesome.
what? let's do it.
No, I found out on the way here that Tim had presents.
It's like I just
This okay. This is easily my favorite episode right there.
nightmare. I don't
Oh,
think
it's
I've
gotta
seen
be,
this
right?
one.
Yeah.
Tim, pocket those. Those are good cards.
Yeah, I
obviously.
know.
Just
I mean, they
online,
are
you see
shiny on the
eBay,
bottom.
Justin's favorite reboot trading cards, $400.
Posted right
Who's
now.
Justin? Some guy. But it's his favorite, so it's got to be worth something.
It adds value. Trust me.
Oh, that's dope.
And that's a callback to
another one.
when you were on the podcast.
That's so cool. Yeah,
I
because
totally called out Reboot by accident, the name of your album.
Yeah, it was
which
before the album came out, remember? And we asked, we were going through favorite cartoons, and Tim said Reboot, and
For
the whole
no
time,
reason.
but we were avoiding saying the title of the album, remember? And he said it, and we were both like,
because I think I went back on the podcast.
Did you want it to be a surprise?
yeah,
Is that why?
he hadn't announced
no,
it yet.
there was no time.
Yeah.
I think you were the only one that knew that. Oh no, I told you guys separately afterwards or something. Like, or maybe I
Afterwards,
told
you told
weren't.
me.
You knew.
because he said it, and we were both like, oh.
Because I had no
Yeah,
idea.
like
I
I
hadn't
just-
announced anything.
That's so
It was
funny.
all like super low key, and
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
only
yeah,
people
yeah.
that knew it were on the album.
Yeah.
So then he goes, you know what? We're talking about favorite cartoons, and I forget what I said. And then he goes, you know what? It's not my favorite, but the first thing that comes to mind is
Reboot.
And he starts getting into it. I'm like,
Dude, I
like,
no
love-
way! Like this is the perfect
Reboot's
transition.
nasty.
Yeah.
Reboot's nasty. I
Jesus.
still have your DVD collection that
I
I
know.
have not watched yet.
Yeah,
So
because I
good.
told him I was like, after season 2, it gets like weird, and then it ends on a cliffhanger, and it never like ends.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yep.
it's fun.
Dude, gifts, you know what I mean?
Hey, it was. I thought it would just be a fun thing.
I
And
love
So
it, dude.
cool.
It is
That's
a
so
fun
dope.
thing.
That's,
Yeah,
thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. That's
Dude.
that's the coolest thing.
That's a fun thing, dude.
Yeah.
That's a fun
I like to
thing.
be fun.
All right,
Do you have a topic to go along with it?
Nah, you go.
All right.
That was my topic.
Fair enough.
I wrote it
dude.
down just in case I'd forget.
That's give gifts. And then you get to do this.
Right.
Done.
Did I do it right?
Were those all your
Yeah.
topics?
Yeah, I don't remember what I was supposed to tell. No, that was a blank card.
Oh, okay.
I have a huge pile just so I can do this like a
Jesus.
newscaster.
Ah, I
You know,
see.
Dude, always. I'm always flicking the cards
Yeah.
around and like.
Because
oh,
it's
yeah,
fun
the
to
worst.
do.
It's so fun. That one's blank. So, speaking of gifts, who's seen the Sonic movie?
Oh,
I have not
yes.
seen the Sonic
Oh,
movie.
what?
We literally did
Cancel a
we literally
podcast.
did a PSA like last episode said you
Was it last
need
episode?
to
Yeah.
go watch it because like we asked for it.
Yeah.
Sonic music.
Oh, there it is. I was thinking of a way I could squeeze it in, but if someone else does it, it's just as good.
I don't have music. I told him I was like, should I include Sonic music?
That would
And I
be-
was like,
oh,
Hot
yeah.
button.
but then like we're trying to avoid like getting copyright strikes because I think every single episode of Shot Bet got copyright strike
Yeah.
because I was showing clips of other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It is
fair.
so hard to get around that because, like, if you watch Chris D'Elia's podcast, he shows stuff all the time, and I have no idea how he gets around it. You know?
I have no idea.
Clips from YouTube and-
I think that's why he does the cash app because he doesn't have to do
Oh,
YouTube
like
apps.
ads.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yep. So with the Sonic movie, I just wanted to bring it up because we have this conversation about video game movies all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like smashing records for a video game movie.
Oh, yeah, it's
opening
Oh, really?
It's the top selling, and it just blew Detective
Pikachu
Pikachu out of the water.
It's
Good,
crushing.
dude.
crazy.
Which
Good.
it's sick
That's
because
awesome.
And what's crazy is like everything that happened before it with like the redesign of Sonic and all that I found so interesting because at this point I'm not convinced it wasn't like a PR stunt because people were like enraged about
livid.
it.
Well,
yeah.
he was ugly.
Yeah,
dude.
it was hideous, dude.
Oh
it was
my
terrifying.
Even the animators must have known how terrible he looked.
I know,
Like,
seriously, and it didn't even look like Sonic. I don't know. Like you
eyes,
see
dude.
the eyes,
Terrifying.
those
I know.
beady,
There's so many
beady
things.
eyes.
Hands without gloves. Like,
Yeah.
There's so many things.
so
that
many
were
things.
So bad about
Yeah.
it.
So Tim and I went and saw it. We're not going to say too much about it.
'cause we haven't even said it on our own podcast.
No, we haven't even talked about it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was.
So if you guys want to hear exactly what they're going to say in about a week, go tune in to the podcast, and you can hear it said in different words.
Right.
what
I
do you?
got you guys on the plug.
Yes, dude, I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll probably just copy and paste this conversation into the podcast. It'll just be superimposed. Yeah, exactly. But it was a really cool experience for us. Sonic is very near and dear to Tim's heart.
I love
so
him.
like,
Of course.
I was
Sonic
nervous
music.
going in because I really wanted this to be. I always want it to be good. I saw the Street Fighter movie, the Chun-Li movie that came out like many years ago. At this point,
Yeah.
Chun-Li's my favorite character. I was like, I hope this is amazing. It was garbage. And
Cigar.
and at the end, like they said, yeah,
garbage.
like at the end of it, they set it up for a sequel, and I was like, that's
Oh.
never happening. Like
the
so
worst, dude.
ambitious, but was terrible. It
I
was
feel
one of the
like
worst
they
movies
always
I've ever
have
seen.
to do it though.
They have to.
Yeah.
And this one, I'm just so happy to see how well it's doing. And people that were sure it was going to be awful are like, I saw it, it's great, and overall, like it's getting positive reviews, which I think is good news because prior to Detective Pikachu, I mean, what's a good video game movie that we got?
Oh, I have no idea. Like,
Pokemon 2000, the movie.
yeah,
classic.
dude.
Yeah, I guess. Honestly.
Coming through and flying. Oh, man.
I always argue Resident Evil was a really good video
Yeah,
game
the Resident
movie.
Evil movies, I feel like.
I feel
have
like it was
gotten
okay.
Awesome reviews.
The
Yeah.
first, they
For a video game
What
movie.
Sure, yeah.
What's that movie with Vin Diesel and he does the
The Pacifier?
no, but he does the
dude, that's a
video game.
classic.
That is a classic.
Wait, was Riddick a game?
No,
Yeah,
well they made
Chronicles of Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick,
They
I
made-
believe, was
did
a
it work
game
the other way.
after.
they made a game after.
Okay,
Yeah.
is that the one you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, damn. No
Yeah.
good video
Close.
game movies.
Close.
I don't
Yeah.
We
know,
were
dude.
close.
Even like, I don't have a good one.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, even, like Tomb Raider came out before that. I was hoping that was going to be really good.
It was bad.
It wasn't really good.
Oh,
What?
okay.
It was like,
It
yeah.
was okay.
Did you wait?
The movie?
Oh, the movie. Okay.
Yeah. No,
ready
Tomb
to
Raider's
fight.
great.
Oh my God, dude.
Tomb
I'm
Raider's
fucking.
great.
Nah, yeah.
I was like, my man is passionate
I
about
got
the Tomb
scared.
Raider
I was
movie.
like,
Man.
man.
Yeah. No, it was like, it was okay, but it just wasn't like, it wasn't. I'm not gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
no,
the
I feel
comments,
you.
we have The Witcher, which is a very good
TV
call out.
series
That's a
is good.
TV
Yeah.
But it was a
series,
book first.
It was a book first.
It was
Oh,
a book
right.
and then a video game and then so. But
that's
yeah,
easy,
I mean,
yeah.
still for sure.
No,
That's a big
Yeah,
one.
there's got to be like no. I mean,
It's
four
a-
of us play video
I-
games our entire life, and we can't think of anything.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
mean, there's a few. There's Mortal Kombat.
There's Mario Brothers.
That's
Teenage
not
Mutant
good.
Ninja Turtles, maybe.
Comic book
like-
first.
Comic book.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, all the games, all the games came after. Yeah.
It's always been the
series.
curse of
Yeah.
gaming movies.
I
is
still
that-
stand by the '95 Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I still love that movie.
Is that the
Okay.
same one you were referencing?
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
as
There's-
'90s as
there's
you can
other
get.
ones that
but
came out afterwards that are bad, right?
Uh,
You guys
Kombat's-
just talked about Annihilation, right?
Mortal
Okay.
Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah.
Which
I just
is-
got
Not
sick
Annihilation,
thinking about
which
it.
I heard in the podcast too. Not Annihilation, and then there's Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which is trash, and Doom Annihilation, which is so anything that has Annihilation as
Yeah.
the last word, do
Trash.
not watch it.
But if
Go
it's
on.
the only word,
That it's good.
watch
is
that
good.
movie.
That's the rule
It's
of
great.
thumb.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like to call it the rule of thumb for movies with Annihilation.
Yeah.
It's applicable to all movies.
That doesn't roll off the tongue as much as I'd like.
It really
but
does not. Yeah. But yeah, I was just excited to see Sonic do really well, and for it to be, I will just say, it was very
How
enjoyable.
is Jim Carrey?
Great.
Yep.
And
I
that's
love
the other
Jim
thing.
Carrey.
Yeah,
we
so
talked
good.
about it because people are talking about how his antics are dated, but we are 90s kids, so those
Yeah.
antics
We grew up with that.
live with
Yeah,
us.
no,
Seeing it
absolutely.
is like nostalgic, and it's all because seeing him is just like it. I feel like I haven't in so long, which that was the other thing that I wanted to bring up that was related to it is I didn't really know. We saw him. People are like, oh, he's crazy now. Like so many, he went through that like art stage
Yeah.
and like all that stuff.
Oh, and his fiance had committed suicide.
Right.
Is that
Right.
correct?
That's
yeah.
the thing I just found out about. It was I
Yes.
think it was his ex-girlfriend had committed suicide
Ex-girlfriend, okay.
and then her, or it could have been ex-fiance, something like that.
Yeah.
But then her parents like took out a lawsuit against it and like tried to sue him
Holy
for giving
shit.
her the medication that she used. So like all this stuff that I just found out about.
Yeah.
And like because it's super important that I know about his life.
Yeah.
It's not. But like I didn't know all that. You just,
I think
just
Yes
saw,
Man had come out, and maybe the year after,
Really?
it just like started tumbling down because I don't think there was a movie after that was.
I don't know if
super.
Eternal
Sunshine was 2004. I
Yeah,
think.
that was
That was
And
before.
Yes
Yeah.
Man might
Yeah,
have been
yeah.
like.
Okay.
I
Liar
don't know.
Liar, that was
Yeah.
before.
Oh yeah.
Liar
Liar
was
was way
before
before.
90s.
I love
Okay.
that movie.
Uh,
I haven't
think-
seen it yet.
I think
so.
Yes Man
must
with.
have
I
been
know.
before too.
Yeah.
I saw Yes
but I
Man
feel
a
like
week ago.
The Grinch. You can if you picture Dr. Robotnik and the Grinch, they're kind
Yeah.
of similar in vein.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
know,
watching
like-
an interview
like-
with him, and he was like, "Oh, what do you have
makes
to
the
do to
face.
like prep?" You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh
for
yeah.
it?
And-
And then they were asking, well, I guess I'll answer that because I just kind of set myself up for the question. And he was like, it's almost like this like crazy, dark, but intelligent in the back. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That drives this character. And then they were asking him like, oh, about your mustache, like how much character design do you have? And he was like, well, enough. I can always put in my input back and forth because obviously he's fucking Jim Carrey,
Yeah,
so he
right,
can do
right.
whatever he wants.
Right.
At that point.
But yeah, no, it was awesome. He's, dude, I see him and I just smile.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the man.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the
really
man.
cool.
Yeah. And I didn't watch the Jim and Andy show, whatever it's on Netflix, where it's his. two
Oh, I didn't see
personalities or
that. Yeah,
whatever.
I didn't see it,
He's
no.
got
Yeah.
the Muppets, or not Muppets, but like hand puppets, and he's
I
It's a
don't
show.
know.
I think it's a show.
No, it's like a documentary about him.
Oh,
Jim and
okay.
Andy show or something similar. Someone fact check me, but like I think it was like it was just showing his two sides of his personalities, and I'm assuming Jim is his like himself, and Andy is the way he portrays himself, or vice versa.
Because there was a show that came out on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken, and it was maybe 2 years ago, and I had never
Maybe
seen
we're talking
it.
about the same thing, but but we both don't know anything about
Bro,
it.
that's probably
I've never even heard
two
of
brothers
it.
where we
So.
argue
I
about
haven't
things
either.
we don't know about. It's just so stupid. I love it. Do you want to switch over to Not a Clue?
Okay, well
Yeah.
you got a guest with a topic,
We do
or
have
was
a guest
was
with
the
a
topic for real? The
No, I
gifts?
do have a topic.
Oh, he does have. All right, okay,
I mean-
okay. Because I thought that the gift, like he was done. Like I thought
Yeah.
Tim, he's like, I'm good, man. I'm
That's-
like gift.
Dude, I gave you your window of opportunity.
I wanted you to speak,
well, thank you.
and then I was
Oh,
seeing
wait,
where we
I-
go from there. Wait a minute. Oh.
The Jim Carrey one. The Jim Carrey one was under a blank one. I don't know how that happened. That's why I threw 3.
I like how you're going in with the card flipping. You're used to it.
I don't get to do this on my podcast.
I know. Dude, let's steal it. They stole our whole thing.
Yeah.
so.
You could literally steal it, and no one would know because they would hear the podcast on SoundCloud and go flick.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this every time.
Just have one
This
card
is me
every week.
throwing the card.
You're gonna do it intentional, so I could hear it go. Did he just flick a card? Did he just
I'll
flick
have
a card?
one. Can I take one card with
You can
me?
take
You
a
can take
card.
one card.
This will be the card that I use.
Right. I just.
What's your topic, Tim?
So my topic. So recently, Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, came out with a new character.
I was just, it's. I was just gonna mention it. I forget what we were complaining about, but I literally said, I think it was Jeff.
about. Wait. Before this?
Well, yeah, no, just tonight.
Oh,
we were
okay.
complaining about something, and I was like, "Oh, I want to mention something about Smash Brothers because I'm so mad right now because all I can think about is Sakurai."
Oh.
But go ahead.
So I was just gonna say the new character, Byleth. Byleth.
Who's that?
Is it Fire Emblem?
Yeah, Fire
Fucking
Emblem
Fire
character.
Emblem,
Always
dude.
Fire
It's Always
Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
By Lamos.
They play pretty good, but super cheap.
Loki Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Still
The thing
pissed.
is,
Yeah.
and I think maybe it's like regionally speaking because Super Smash Bros. Is technically from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Emblem, technically from Japan. I wonder if they see it over there and they're like, Fire Emblem's just bumping
No,
over
people-
there.
I watched.
Or are people like actually going out and saying, dude, I want another Fire Emblem character. We already
Oh,
have
right.
10, you know?
Yeah.
So Zero, he won the
From
most
Holes?
tournaments. No, yeah, from Holes. From the
I was like
book
a
and
Mega
movie
Man,
Holes.
so
So Zero
from holes. What a reach! Holy.
Zero, who won
The
the
vault.
most tournaments period in Smash 4,
Yep.
is now like a YouTube content creator. And what he did was he looked and he reached out to everyone on Twitter and said, "Hey, like Byleth, like all you like people out in I guess Asia or like, I don't know what Eastern
Sure.
world."
Yeah. Eastern
Geography.
world. Yeah. For sure.
They were like, he was like, "How do you guys feel about Byleth?" Because obviously over here we're outraged. They have. So they're not happy.
And the other
about
side
it.
of the world?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
The other half that's not America, Canada, and Mexico? That side?
The other side.
The rest of the world.
The lesser half. Oh wait. We weren't
Wow.
saying that.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Gotta go.
Please don't kill me, Kim Jong Un. So I'm seriously kidding. We have an Asian demographic that I
Don't-
do not want to piss off.
It's cool. I have black friends. Is that what's happening right now?
But he like reached out and said, "Hey, like, how do you guys feel about this new character?"
Yeah.
And it's actually one of the most disliked character release out of all Smash.
No way. huh?
And but the thing is, their culture is to not like have like we have an outrage culture. Them it's a respect culture.
Yep.
So even though they dislike the character choice, they still respect the work and energy that went into it. So like they're still very
okay.
just like you would imagine
Dude.
like that culture.
It's just cancel culture in the America takes over, and then
Oh,
everyone else
man.
are like, great job.
It's
Great
like you
job.
did the work.
Wonderful.
Well, they crack up about like they love watching our reactions because we're
Oh,
just,
really?
like, we do it for attention. You
Right,
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
just
true.
a big reality show.
It really is.
Yeah.
Just the Truman Show with more podcasts and videos.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you hear? So because you're right in my realm, so
Yeah.
like I can talk about this all day. Smash, they just made the announcement today that there is going to be no additional DLC after this Fighter Pack 2. He just made the final announcement, and they're not working on a new Smash.
Oh wow!
And Sakurai's not working on any games as his IPs, like no
Oh.
more Kirby, no additional Kid Icarus or Kirby Air Rides, or
Think he's just taking a big break then, or
he's fixated only on the DLC right now.
Okay, that's smart. I
And
mean,
they've already
that's-
picked all the 6 characters.
Oh, they
so I
already
don't know
picked
if-
them.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So like, it's pretty much to shut everyone up. I feel like
I don't know who I
don't.
would want
that
as a new
that
character.
that's my conversation piece.
Yeah.
I want to know what
I'm
would you
very-
guys
if they already
ultimately
have
want.
6 characters in the works and they know, dude. I don't know.
I could name
Yeah, go
a good
ahead.
chunk.
Why don't you? Why don't you
Wait,
go
do you
ahead?
know 6? I'll let you go.
No, you go first.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, man,
Did
yeah.
they technically they can have the rights for Crash Bandicoot? Or they would buy the rights?
No. What they
or-
do is I'm sure they lease it and they pay
Oh,
some
okay.
percentage every purchase.
I
or
wasn't even
whatever.
thinking. I was
It's
just
like
thinking
IPs.
like Nintendo.
Well, it's like they have like Cloud from Final Fantasy and like
True.
like Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter. So it's all the same thing. So
Yep.
Crash Bandicoot, Dixie Kong, who I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's my
Dixie Kong
favorites.
would be nasty. Probably not a good fighter, but a dope like.
Yeah,
person
Diddy
to see
doesn't
on
play
screen.
great, so
cool.
I'd be surprised to see.
Master Chief would be fire because I'm picturing
dude.
picturing like plasma grenades and using a needler to someone off stage just trying to recover.
It'd
and
be
stuff
like
that.
Snake. He would play like Snake. a
Very
little bit.
similar
Yeah.
to Snake, but I would love to see more of his alien weapons used
Yeah.
to kind of like throw off, and then maybe a Warthog comes in like Star Fox's.
You say Warthog?
Warthog.
All
I
right,
love
just-
warthogs.
Wait, is that not how you say it?
It's a warthog.
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 Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
in
so.
with it. I was like, I think that's how I say it. Why is everyone laughing right now?
I think that's. I'll do 3 because I'm done.
Yeah.
And you can do 3.
So,
That's
you want
3,
me to?
yeah.
Okay.
That's 3, Tim. It's your turn.
Yeah. So the thing.
ready.
All right.
It's like continue. I did 3, you do 3. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, 3 more.
Do your 3.
I would love to see Bomberman. I think
Oh,
Bomberman
That'd be cool.
Bomberman
would
would
be
be
really
fire, dude.
Yeah, I'd be really excited for Bomberman.
I didn't even think about that, dude. Yeah.
It's hard because now I'm only doing 3, so I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of who I want
Top
more
3.
than anything else.
Okay, well, if I can intervene and
Yeah.
you see if you agree,
Mm-hmm.
Sephiroth would be. I think I would like it, Sephiroth. I don't know if you're a
Yes,
Final Fantasy fan.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, as far as Final Fantasy goes, that would be one of the coolest characters to bring in. I would love to see Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Sora, dude.
Sora.
Yes, I totally forgot
Dude,
about Sora.
I
Sora
was
is
thinking
one of my
about
top
Kingdom
people.
Hearts and like
Yep.
going into the realm. Like, imagine they do like a Disney mix,
Yeah. Oh
and
my
they collaborate
God.
with
That'd be
Disney,
tight.
and they're just like, oh, we're gonna bring in fucking like,
Mickey Mouse would be so
dude,
dope.
Mickey Mouse would be fire.
Because they had Epic Mickey, so they have kind of that
Yeah,
like
yeah, like a
the
dark character.
yeah, yeah.
set and everything. Yeah.
That'd be
yeah.
so cool,
Sora
man.
would be awesome.
And Jonesy
Dude,
from
Daffy,
Fortnite.
not Daffy,
Hold
Goofy, dude. Goofy, you just use like the controls to make a sound. It's like, yuck, and then fucking boots you off the map, bro. I could imagine that'd be nasty.
I'd play as him.
Waluigi, he
I don't-
deserves
Yeah.
the time of day.
He
you
needs
know?
to be the final DLC just for the
Just
trolls
for the meme
and just
culture.
for the meme
Yeah.
culture. That's
Yep.
it.
That's true. Because I was like, wow.
I kind of just spoke over you. I just said,
No,
all right,
did I say
Waluigi,
3? I'm bad at math.
Name your 3. Waluigi, Mickey Mouse.
Oh Jesus.
I still want
that's
Wander
fire.
from Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
It would never happen. But
There's
that
a
would be
lot of
dope.
PlayStation properties that would be cool. You know, Crash. You already said it. but-
Kratos.
Dude, the dude from
That would be
Death
tight.
Note with the blue hair. I forget what his name is. I feel like-
Ryuk.
yeah, Ryuk
Yeah.
would be. Imagine
Anyone
like,
from Resident Evil?
Oh,
that would be sick.
there's too many good characters.
I
Yeah,
know.
people thought that and Dante were going to be in from
Oh.
Devil May Cry, but I don't want Dante. Just
I don't
'cause
either.
I'm not like.
I'm not a huge.
I
Devil
like
May
Dante,
Cry.
but
But I would have preferred Dante over Byleth.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where I'm at.
And some of those Capcom characters are in the Marvel vs. Capcom
Right, that's-
series, so it's like, I mean, so are Ryu and Ken, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard because there's so
Yeah.
many characters, but I don't know what their limit is. Like, can they go as far as PlayStation? Can they go far? I mean, because Final Fantasy is technically.
Well, that's the thing that,
but the
that
Square
drives me
Enix.
nervous about Crash Bandicoot because they had talked about PlayStation All Stars 2
Mm-hmm.
coming out, and they're obviously going to want Crash
Yeah.
because of how big. I don't think he was on the original one because that's where I
No.
was kind of disappointed outside of the game as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But
Also, the whole game.
Because Activision had
Yeah.
him at the time. So
correct.
Oh, yeah.
So now that he's making a bounce to like Nintendo, but I think that's where a lot of people are saying like there's a lot of like people want Doom Guy in the game. So like which would be interesting. But if I had to pick Doom Guy over Master Chief, I might have to go Master Chief.
yeah.
Just
I think
because
so
he's
for
that dude.
Smash, yeah.
Oh!
Absolutely.
Steve from Minecraft.
Yes.
would be like a villager character. Like it would just be a troll.
It'd be
like,
goofy,
character.
yeah.
it would be
like-
funny, but I'm not like with the Minecraft thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
kinda
is. Like, it's
same.
never been like an
Yeah.
important part of my life,
Imagine
but so
building
many
bricks.
people like are religiously into it.
Yeah.
Like, Minecraft,
Yeah.
like their Minecraft's my Diablo 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
freaking right
Imagine-
there. So I get it.
Imagine Minecraft building blocks to edge guard people. So that way you can't like.
That would be
grab
insane.
onto
Oh
the
my
ledge
God,
because you got
I'd be so
bricks.
frustrated.
It'd be the most
But
aggravating thing.
imagine
It'd be
you
so
could
good.
switch between like it's a randomized one, so maybe one could
It's
hurt
lava.
you or one.
Yeah,
Oh,
one's
different
water,
material
yeah.
bricks.
different
Yeah,
ones.
that's clever.
What about
That'd be
someone from
sweet.
Contra?
What are
I
their
never
way
names?
been to
back.
Contra either.
I don't know.
Screwed up with
Oh,
their last game.
what is it
remember
even
what their
called?
last game was.
Hardcore or something? Yeah.
Cared a
It
lot
was a
about
mess.
it.
You don't even have to look at it. It was so bad.
Tetris
Really?
block would have been fire. I would have loved to do Tetris block, and then you
Dude.
charge, and then all of a sudden you become like a long
A
stick.
Tetramino.
Yeah. And then, and all of a sudden you go to grab the ledge, and you all of a sudden become an
Oh,
L,
the L?
or the like an upside down L or
You
J.
edge
to
guard
catch-
someone on the side
Yeah.
of the map with
And
the L. Dude.
All right. I'd back that.
Yeah.
I'd
It's
back
just
Tetris
the
block.
N64 logo.
Oh, I'd play as
As a
that all
character.
day.
Grows arms, dude.
I'm here.
It
Oh,
looks like
that's
a
perfect.
Glover.
Oh, dude,
Before.
Glover would be fire, dude. So
That-
it's literally master hand, but
I
Yeah,
want
I
them to
guess.
do
Without
like
a
a
ball.
deep cut. I want them
Yeah.
to do something that's like buried. Everyone forgot about it.
I
And
love
it's like,
deep
Yeah.
cuts. Duck Hunt was such a big surprise. to
Yeah.
me
dude,
when
Duck
it came
That
out.
was
and
cool.
Duck Hunt's
I-
fucking fire.
That was
dude.
cool,
He's
yeah.
so good.
he's cool.
Yep.
Banjo Kazooie and
They're cool.
Crash were my top two.
Banjo.
And
Oh.
Banjo is even
I
though I don't
love-
like his play style like necessarily. Oh, King K. Rool was a top one, and they put that in.
Yeah.
He's my main because I love him so
I'm no
much.
good with them. I like
Yeah.
them, but I'm no
He's-
good with them.
He's so
Dude,
fun.
King DDD was it for me, dude.
Yeah.
Playing
Oh.
Kirby and the Crystal Shards, dude. I was like, oh, bro, let's go. I'm so stoked.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick.
Well, just like you.
Thanks, dude.
Terrible.
Solid job.
good evening. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take like a 3-minute break, maybe grab additional drinks, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do our game segments. We have not a clue. We have
Spin the wheel, not
Spin
a
the
clue.
wheel.
We have our final surprise.
and we have our final surprise. Do we want to announce the surprise?
No, don't announce the surprise. No.
All right.
Oh, okay.
You guys have to stay till the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're the true babies, it's not the
No,
babies,
they're the
but
bros.
if you
Bros.
guys are the true bros, we'll find a name for
you
you.
need
so
the
I did
bros.
a poll. There's like step bros, broskies, and then people said Jeff Susi, who was excited. I didn't tell you this, but he's probably gonna listen to this episode because
Yeah.
he's like, I want to hear this episode. I saw him at his birthday this past weekend.
Happy
And I
birthday.
was telling him
Happy
about
birthday.
the podcast, and he was kind of like mentioning you. He's like, oh, you should get like animatronic. I love that dude. I love talking to him. I go,
He's a good guy.
he's on the podcast in 3 days.
Oh, snap.
So now you got to watch the podcast.
You got to, dude.
If you would have said anyone else, wouldn't hold you to it. You said my guess, you get that.
I would say no to Step Bro just because I would start every podcast with, "What are you doing, Step Bro?" And then I just wouldn't be able to not
Yeah,
do that.
you'd have to do that.
So Jeff Susi, he said torn folk, like town folk, but torn folk.
Torn folks.
Interesting.
The Torn folks. Fuck yeah, Jeff
That's kinda
Susi.
cool.
You're the man,
literally
dude.
said,
I love that.
Yo, with like 10 O's, so he knew
Yeah,
I
we'll
was
talk
serious.
about it.
serious.
We don't want to give you the credit
Yeah.
right away. I'm gonna find it out 3 days later and be like, dude, Torn folk. What do you think about it?
I like that.
It's like folklore.
It's so fun. We're just copying you, dude. Keep coming up with ideas. We're gonna keep taking them.
Well, I'm just thinking about how I don't think we have a fan name. like,
We've
fan
said
base
it
name.
every episode, Brett.
What is it?
The keepies.
The keepies.
Tim, we've never said that.
I say it every week.
We'll
no one
never say
listens,
that.
But
He's like,
You
I've never
whis-
noticed that you say it.
He whispers it like every episode.
Well, the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
podcast,
totally.
the last guest we had, his is called the Dough Bros Podcast, and it's based off a pink donut logo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he calls his watchers the Munchkins, and I'm like, that's
So
fire,
good.
dude.
That's
Something
great.
like
So
that.
good.
You need to-
Yeah.
but anyways,
Should we
we're-
call them the
we're-
mustards?
We're gonna just talk through the entire break. All right, we're gonna be back. 3-minute break. We will see you guys soon. We'll be doing games, and we have a giant surprise.
Giant.
BRB boys.
Gotta stay till the end.
check out the merch.
We are back.
Yeah,
we
we're
are
back.
back.
I'm back.
Oh, sorry. We'll do a little bit of this.
Oh,
Yeah, we need a little bit of soothing music. We have no guests currently, but it's
No,
okay.
currently.
I just wanted to, like, you guys didn't feel it the first time, and now
Oh, dude, it's
This
right
is
there.
torn.
Vibing, dude. vibing.
Love it.
between Dos Amigos. Dos Hermanos.
Dos amigos.
Dos Hermanos.
It's cool if I shout out Kat
so
for
are
this
we going
Diet
right
Coke.
to spin the wheel? Are we gonna
It's up to
send
you.
it?
Which one would you like to do first?
Yeah, let's go spin the wheel. We always do
Guess-
spin the wheel after break. We
right
got-
after break.
Sorry, what were
I
you
was
gonna
gonna
say?
say guest choice, but
Oh.
we could
Spin the wheel.
Yeah, spin
Spin that
let's do-
wheel.
Spin it.
Spin it.
Okay, let's go. It looks like someone missed you.
Miss me?
Oh, it's Mother Dear.
Hey, Mom.
Missed you.
Mom's in here. Hey, Mom.
Thanks for watching.
So, for those of you tuning in, this is a little bit of
Spin that wheel.
I love how you guys join in and dance. I feel
I
like
have
every
to.
other person was like,
Right.
Michael, if he's in here, I don't remember if you dance. You gotta
I
tell
see
me.
the secret of the wheel now.
How can you not
No,
dance?
it's a
to
real
that?
wheel. It's a real wheel.
The illusion.
Stop
it's
it.
real.
Stop it.
Wait,
So-
I want to spin it this time.
wait.
What?
We need
Sorry.
to introduce it.
No, I don't know. I'm spinning it with
All
my
right,
hand
guys. So this
like
segment
this,
is
you know?
called "Spin That Wheel," where we spin our definitely real wheel, and it's going to prompt us to a choice given onto the screen that you will see. It's either one of the 6 categories. And
So
who would like
we're-
to go first?
Yeah, it's out of you guys. You can do rock paper scissors or
Battle to the death.
I see me.
like
I just
usual.
do it first because he's my younger brother.
Right. What do you want to do?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
We got to entertain the folks.
Scissors beats rock.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You said scissors beat rock.
Damn, dude.
So did I win?
I don't know. What's the rules?
He said scissors
The
beat
rules
rock.
is he psyched you out, which is perfect for not a clue coming up.
You win.
So spin that wheel is a segment where we spin the wheel and random categories get given to us. It
Then
could
I
be.
just tell it.
I don't know.
I just said it like
I think
3
you said
seconds
it,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what did you say? Like it was a poor description. If that's.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's very-
Wow.
so-
Now I know how
I
it
don't know
really
what-
feels.
You assert your dominance when you're the older brother,
So
right?
judgy. Yeah. Right?
Torn between 4 brothers.
Right.
At least we'll be alive after they're dead.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
I don't know, man.
So just a heads up, you spin the way it says it shows.
I don't see video games on the
you were
wheel.
good at the first- you were good at the first time.
Nope.
Yeah.
This way?
Yeah.
You ready?
Upward. It's,
Wait,
it's,
let me-
3,
It's clockwise.
2, 1.
Wow, that looked pretty.
I know.
That was pretty good.
Dude, I'm a
Yeah.
professional
It's a
actor.
real wheel. I can't say it.
Wheel of Fortune.
Yes,
Wild
please.
Card, wild card.
Entertainment.
Wild card. Let's go.
Wild card.
Pull
Let's
it.
go.
All right, you read your card.
I read it?
And yeah, it's probably my handwriting, so it's awful.
Tight, dude. Do I read it out loud? Or
Yeah.
I just keep it to myself? Last best video game you played recently.
That's perfect.
That's
I know
a good
video
one.
games.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I've been playing a lot lately. So, you know what? I think I'm going to have to go with... This is an older game, but I played Halo ODST for the first time.
So good.
Like a
So
month
good.
ago.
Firefight was our jam.
Firefight
Dude,
used
We
to
didn't
be,
even
yeah.
play it.
We didn't even...
actually.
Yeah.
Well, I played it when it first came out. But.
Yeah, well, Tim did because he plays everything. I'm always way behind in games, and I started with Master Chief Collection. I started with the first one and just been going through all of
That's
the
awesome.
Halos, and Tim's played all of them, and so I got to ODST actually end of 3, and Tim jumped in and we co-opted the last mission.
That's
so cool.
dope, dude. We
Yeah.
gotta
It's
do
tight.
that after
Yeah.
the podcast.
We haven't
just
done that in a
frickin-
while.
We haven't done that in a while. Yeah.
Well, it's funny
We're always
'cause
online.
same, like we're always on and like we never play together. So I was
Yeah.
like, we finished it that night. I was like, let's jump to ODST. I've never played it. It's so cool. Like
Dude.
atmospherically, it's completely different than any of the other ones. The soundtrack's insane.
Yeah.
Um,
I haven't played in some time. I don't even think I
And
remember
it's-
anything but
it
like
kinda was
firefight
brushed-
being like a huge part of the game.
Yeah, I think it was kind of brushed under the rug too, because
Yeah.
like, when you think of like the main series, people think of like 3, 4,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they don't really think of like
Dude, Halo
the, like,
Caboose,
branches.
hang 'em high with zoomed in pistols.
Well,
I'm telling you, man.
this is experience talking.
I can't get away from that.
So
Yep.
excellent.
So good. So yeah, I mean that was a cool thing for me recently to go through and play through the first 3, which I had played before, and then get to one that was new to me is
Yep.
super cool in a series that
Yeah,
I already
absolutely.
really like. So
Yeah.
sometimes going back and playing the ones that you missed are really fun.
Oh yeah.
So that was a cool
I gotta
experience.
do that, man. I gotta do that. I got
Are
the
we doing
Master Chief
round
Collection.
table? Let's do round table.
Oh yeah.
I mean, right now, dude, I already mentioned it, but I'm stuck on Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction, which got revived by Twitch, which I'm so
Oh.
stoked about because it was one of my favorite games as a child. and I've mentioned it probably a million times in this podcast because it's like one of the most influential games that I've played.
That's cool.
And I recently just started back up, and people, dude, the people are so fucking nice. They'll go in like it's kind of like a trading, like almost like WoW, like, oh, here's a fucking nasty weapon.
Yeah.
You can use it for future. You can sell it. I don't care. Like, I'm rich and I need shit to give away because they've been playing since the startup. You know
Jeff
what I mean?
Bezos
of course.
play.
Jeff Bezos of Diablo 2 players.
He's like, here you go,
Dude,
dude.
literally, people are like, "Oh, come to this game real quick," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get like virtually mugged." And they're like, "Drop, drop, 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 drop," and I'm just like, "Dude,
Thank
fucking facial of Diablo 2 items, dude, is come and get me." And yeah, so I would definitely have to go right towards that. Joanna hates me right now because of how much I play it, and I love it, dude.
Nah, you're
It's so
having
good.
fun. That's
Yeah.
what's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I I actually last night, again, if Joanna's watching, I'm sorry. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning coding a bot to be able to go through and hit everything with
And
a hammer.
telly to like the boss
Dude,
and get it.
I
yeah.
had to code
I know.
yesterday. I've never
Reasonable.
done that in my life, but it was like a script, and it's like true, false, true, false. I'm like, dude, this is
you're
fucking
not
easy, man.
allowed to do it in the game, by
Yeah.
the way, guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
Blizzard, I teleport on a regular basis without a machine generated. No.
Because we used to play a bunch of Diablo. I remember my favorite thing was doing a frozen orb sork.
Yeah.
And we would just crank, and you. I mean,
I was either a
Brandon's-
boson or
yeah,
a fire
Brandon's
sword.
characters, he
I'm stupid
played
with it,
so
dude.
Yeah.
much,
Stupid with it.
and he probably could have sold his account for hundreds of dollars because
Wow.
he had like
Oh, easily,
every
yeah.
single
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
rune,
Stupid, man.
multiples, because the runes were like
Currency.
were currency, and it's almost like the runes were like dollars. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, if you got like
It's like, hey, I'll
40 of
buy
them,
that
you
item for 3 high runes, and
Yeah.
then it's like it acts as currency within
yeah.
the game, and it's
but then you
dude,
can sell your count and say I have 50 high runes or 200 high runes, and
Yeah.
you can sell it for a couple.
They're basically
$100.
buying the time that you put into the
Yeah.
game at that point. Yeah.
It's like
exactly.
the old version of mobile gaming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
essentially.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was good.
It's
I like that.
yeah.
I can tell you're proud of saying that because you're smiling right now.
And he took the
but
sip.
I enjoyed it. He
had
was
the
just like mobile gaming.
Need I say it again? It was a good point, though.
What
I'll
about
give it to
you,
it's a
Tim?
good point.
What's a game you recently played that you've been you cheese to?
So I just finished a game 2 days ago. It's called After Party. Anybody hear of it?
I have.
I've been seeing you post on your Instagram story, and
Yeah.
I low-key want to go see it, but my
Yeah.
Game Pass is about to expire, so
That's
Ooh.
depressing.
Yeah, I got rid of
You can
mine.
buy it.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I know. I
Don't
know.
you Jeff Bezos me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Baby Bezos over here. What
Baby
was that?
Baze.
Baby Baze.
Nobody calls you Baby Baze.
Baby Baze.
Really trying to own that.
Nobody calls you that.
Club like Baby Bass. I don't know why it's the first thing that came to my mind.
Got it.
I wanted to say it at the beginning, but I'm gonna own it now. So
Might-
what's After Party about?
So you play as two college kids who recently died and go to hell. I know it's
all right.
Wow.
It's super.
Don't drink and drive, kids.
Yeah.
Fucking-
It's super comedy focused. It's very dark humor throughout the whole thing.
That's awesome.
But it's just like your typical adventure game, you know, like Monkey Island or stuff like that, where you
Okay.
just go around and like use dialogue to get your way out of situations.
That's
so,
cool.
cool.
Yeah, not a ton of gameplay. It's from the creators of Oxenfree.
Oh, I was just gonna
Yes.
say, is it like
Yeah, you-
Oxenfree?
yeah.
Freaking love that game.
yeah,
I was
dude,
thinking
sorry.
about downloading it. And I
Download
was
it
like, All right,
right
man.
now. We're
Play
done.
it.
Cut it.
All right, we'll be back, guys.
Gotta go.
Sorry.
Gotta
Carry
go.
on.
Start
Live stream
downloading.
of Oxenfree.
Yeah, the game's just a load of fun. The point of the game is to go to different bars, and you ultimately want to outdrink Satan, outparty, outdrink, to get back to Earth.
I love this game.
So you go to different bars, get different drinks, and the drinks will alter your dialogue options depending on what you pick. So there's one that's
Hey,
like.
Satan.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can talk like a pirate. There's one that makes you flirty,
Oh, am I
courageous.
blocking you? Have I been blocking you this whole time?
the whole time. I'm just sorry. Keep going.
No, that's dope.
Every time you move, I just need to be the center of attention.
Yeah, you're just
I'm
like-
slowly, my head's moving and blocking everyone. This is my podcast
Getting
now.
flirty,
Yeah.
getting flirty, with, getting
like I'm
flirty
talking
with
to-
Satan, dude. I couldn't imagine.
It's just a barrel of laughs, and it's got a really good story that's like
cool.
heartwarming, surprisingly, with how dark the humor is. I mean, one minute you're like walking through this room of a bunch of like demons drinking, and then the next you see a baby like get thrown off a cliff, and you're like, all right,
That's happening.
I'm with this. I'm in hell. So
there we go.
but yeah,
what
it's
else
just
is gonna get happen?
Yeah.
it's short. It's like 4 hours. It's
That's sweet.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
That's sweet.
solid, sweet adventure.
That's cool.
My recent what is it? Best game?
Yeah.
I
Best
don't
racing
know
game
the
you played.
name.
Well, it must not been
either,
good then.
It's either Gianna Sisters or Gianna Twisted Sisters.
You're sick.
Yeah.
I'm not even.
Have you played it?
It's trash. Don't even.
thank you.
It's not that bad.
I've heard
What
your
is it?
podcast. I've listened
It's
to your
called-
podcast. I know what it is.
It's called Gianna Sisters. Twisted Fate.
Yeah.
Gianna Sisters Twisted Fate.
Okay,
It's not even worth saying the name.
Tim hates this game more than anything
It's so
I've
bad.
ever heard
It's so
him
bad.
hate.
So
It's
bad.
like the hottest garbage fire you've ever
It is
been.
not that bad.
Homeless people wouldn't even go near it to get warm.
Dude, have you been writing material specifically about how much you hate this game?
I can do a whole
I'm
comedy
gonna say right now.
thing.
Explain to you.
Stand up, that's what it's called.
Imagine
it's not that bad. It's like a Super Nintendo.
freegames.com.
Yep.
You go there.
Addictinggames.com,
Yeah,
dude.
Addictinggames.com. And what you do
Congregate.
is you grab little like gems
Yeah.
and you switch between the two sisters, and that's it.
which changes the whole environment, and it's like a platformer. The bosses are pretty cool.
Dude, I don't know. That you know what at a smaller scale reminds me of is oh god, I can't even think about the game. It's the 3 characters that switch. It got Game of the Year, Dragon Age.
No.
You have the 3 characters.
Dragon Age,
Torchlight.
like the Torchlight.
No, I'm thinking of I think it's Dragon
Dragon
Age,
Age?
the 3rd one, where you switch between 3 characters and that like determines what you do. Am I alone on this one, guys?
Dragon Age-
Echo the Dolphin.
Dragon Age Inquisition, that one?
Yes. That's what it is.
Oh, I never played
Inquisition.
that.
No, it's nothing like that. It's
Okay.
it's a 2D platformer
Yeah.
that looks like it could be
Yeah.
on addictinggames.com.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can't wait to give it to a homeless dude, and they're like, "Nah, I'm
Right,
I'm,
it's like,
I'm
no,
straight."
this is
I'm
worthless.
It comes with the console and everything. I'm all set.
No, just throw it away.
Don't
It's
you want to resell it to build a home?
No,
it's
I really
fine.
don't want to touch
fine.
it.
it's such a
just-
bad game. I hate it.
It has Gianna Sisters installed already. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Can you uninstall it? Maybe I'll take it after that.
It's not
Hi,
that.
sir. I saw you recently played with Gianna Sisters.
It's not that bad. I think you've convinced. Whatever.
Yeah,
It's gross.
all right.
I
It's
don't
all right.
care about it enough to talk about it as much as we have.
Wait, why don't you throw your card?
So
there we go.
why is your
nice.
gamer
Wow.
tag
Hit the
Gianna's
camera off.
sister? Gianna's sister lover 6969.
Dude, I am gonna change your game tag one day.
You can't.
Oh,
Sonic
dude.
Kingdom I've had for like 400 years.
I'm gonna change it and then have a friend of mine take
G
Sonic
Sisters
Kingdom.
I'll
So you-
die.
equals
That will be
TF.
the.
Gross,
DTF.
dude. DTF.
oh no,
Gianna's,
I'm down to the twisted fate.
They're so ugly too. I'm not down for that.
Oh,
It's not-
God,
oh,
that's so
man.
funny.
so that's what you've been playing lately.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
I'm
my
sorry.
game of the year.
Game of the
honestly.
year.
game of a lifetime.
Does Tim get to spin now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
Tim
Well,
spin
we're
that
gonna
wheel.
sit out our spins so we can because we have a bunch of segments we want to do, and we have a surprise. It's the
Oh,
other
yeah.
way.
How do I? Okay.
Yeah.
No, see, I'm a
Perfect.
lefty, so
Yeah.
everything. Anything.
Okay.
Entertainment. Yes.
Hey!
Yes.
Wait, how do you know where it's landing?
Because you look.
There's a little cursor.
All right,
Oh,
so
tight.
so what happens is when you start to lose eyesight in your old age, you
Yeah.
get glasses, and then you can see what's going on around you.
He even has glasses.
I do have 3 pairs. I have to wear them all at once.
Just like,
You got to stack
it's
them.
like a telescope. It's just like
all right.
What do you
my
got?
card. Hamilton, Broadway, coming to the big screen with original cast.
Oh, dude, I'm stoked
Ooh.
about it because like I think I wrote this card specifically.
yeah, because
And-
I'm regularly watching Hamilton.
Emmanuel Lynn the 16th. I don't know his fucking name.
That sounds right.
Emmanuel, Emmanuel.
Yeah, that's it. Manuel Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Is
Emmanuel kickflip.
Emmanuel Lynn Miranda? I think that's what it is. The
Mir-
third.
Miranda.
Whatever it is.
Miranda.
I really like that.
He's a great actor, even though I can't seem to manage or remember his name. But I'm stoked, dude, because Hamilton, I feel like, is like only for rich people. I want to get in with it, dude.
I'm not
Yeah,
rich
yeah.
enough.
I'm not rich
No,
enough to
dude.
see Hamilton.
You go to the movie theater. It's like, sir, that will be $227.83. I'm like, I can't do this.
You're like, Emmanuel, what have you done?
and it's all people with like
Monocles? Oh, yes, you fancy the Hamilton?
With your buttered corn.
Is that a wealthy person thing?
Yeah. No, they won't call it popcorn.
I'm like,
popcorn is just rolls of popcorn that butter.
Like corn on the cob, is that?
They butter each kernel individually.
Your buttered corn, sir.
Yes, your glazed butter corn. Enjoy your show of Hamilton. Fucking gross. But I'm
I need it.
Card.
Oh yeah, go. What, are you excited?
Sure.
See, that's why I talked. He doesn't say.
No,
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's a play.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to belittle you.
Yeah, you know what it is, Tim?
Here he
You even
is.
know what
I
it
get
is?
it.
No.
No, I think that's a really cool concept to have all these actors because they already know the play and everything to do it.
I don't know, or I don't. Not to interrupt, but I don't know if you.
But I'm gonna interrupt.
But I'm gonna interrupt.
I'm gonna let you finish.
If you looked into it. I think it's just. It's almost like
It's a front view play. I believe it's
no, but
just.
I thought it was just it's like watching
just the
a
play.
comedy special. It's
Exactly.
like a Broadway
Oh,
show.
so it's
it's
the
a bare
play
bones
in theaters?
play in theaters, and you get to watch
Oh.
it.
So
it's
they're
not
not
like a
make-
rendition of Hamilton.
Okay.
It's, if you were to sit down at like the theater and watch Hamilton, it's like that, but just
better
in
be
regular.
VR.
They've done that with a lot of other plays, though. Like when I
Yeah,
go to the movie theaters, it's like now showing Cats, but
Yeah.
not the terrible
Oh,
movie.
But not the movie.
Cats.
Cat. That's how they advertise it now because the movie. Cats, not the movie.
Here's the play.
Not the movie, the
Don't
play.
worry. Yeah.
Taylor Swift is not in here. Jason Derulo.
Not around.
Not
Dick can
including
finally-
Jason Derulo.
Not starring.
Jason Derulo, Dick not photoshopped.
so funny to me.
Not playing. Cats, not the movie. Oh man, that is so funny.
Cats without Taylor Swift.
So good.
But yeah, no, so that's pretty sweet. I mean, dude, it's fucking expensive. And then you have to fly out because I think they
Yeah.
just do it on Broadway. Like, it's one specific theater. They play it probably 1,000,000 times, whatever it is. But, dude, think about how smart that is. Like, how much money they've made from Hamilton. And then they're like, yeah, dude, let's make it a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Let's just record one of our sessions
Yeah.
That's it.
and make millions of dollars
So
on
there's
it.
no audience. They're going to do it like.
Well, you're going to be the audience in the seats, but
Yeah.
there's no, like, audience
There's no
behind.
clapping.
Yeah.
Like,
That
like,
is.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
maybe it's a live recording, or maybe it's just a.
I don't think it would
I
be
would
as
imagine
special
that
if it
they
was a
would-
live recording. Then,
Yeah,
like,
I would imagine they would do it without the audience in the background. It would just be them doing the regular
I
play
wonder if they
without
all
an
get
audience.
mic'd up, or if it's just like they must get mic'd up for that. Like
They
they
gotta,
must.
yeah.
Yeah, they
There
all
must
have the
be a good
headsets like
quality-
Britney Spears.
Brendan, you know what?
I know.
They don't mic people up like that
I
anymore.
know.
Technology
Those are-
has evolved.
Those are the only kind of mics.
that's all there is.
No, we can be
Why aren't we using
What
it
are
right
we
now?
using?
It's
I wanna
this, but it
Britney
has a
Spears
headset.
this, man.
Imagine moving forward, we just have like headsets.
That would be tight.
It would probably be
Dude.
better than what we have right now because we're all like congested.
We're all like,
Like,
Dude, I was
freedom.
in class. What was it last week? Funny enough that you said like this because, excuse me, we were talking about like forms of communication and like implants that you could possibly use. Like if you're on the phone at one point and you're like, oh hey, and it's just like two implant, like speaker and frickin'
Mike.
mic. Thank you. What were we talking about?
as your hand.
But just your hand. So
Oh,
you're like, hey,
legit
what's
your
up?
hand?
Your hand implants, like in the
I'll get
future.
that. That's-
dude. Send it. Like, hey,
And
what's
then-
up? What's going on?
I'd be a
And then
little scared though.
screen
Like,
in the
yeah,
middle.
like a screen in the middle.
and
like
then you
just prop
close
it
your
up.
hand when you want to close
To
your
hang
phone.
up.
what if you're like taking a shower and you just do that to like
What if you're
rock
jerking
out?
off and you call your mom, dude?
I didn't go that way. I tried to make it PG. I'm in the shower hanging out doing this. Radical. He's
Yeah, 2 minutes. Tim in the shower, just like,
rock out.
What if I jerk off?
Yeah.
And I accidentally call my mom.
But that's the only way you would accidentally call your mom is if you were jerking off because you'd be like, oh, fuck.
I just took yours and
I hate this.
with it, man.
yeah, I'm so uncomfortable.
Oh,
That's
you know.
awesome.
Oh, dude, I'm
I
gonna
hope
go to
Mom's
get a
not
teaching
watching
job
anymore.
at some
would be
point.
out
And they're
of,
gonna find this
You're gonna
episode.
find
Yeah.
this episode, yeah.
Oh.
Californians would be out of hand gestures to each other.
Hang 10, calling mom.
No.
Maybe I don't want this implant. I don't think I
So
want it.
Hamilton coming to the movie theater.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Is that what we were talking about?
Yo, real quick on that. One thing we talked about The Greatest Showman when it came out,
Yeah.
and one of the things that I really like is musicals, like seeing this mashup of like theater and film, which is
Yep.
really cool. So this is an interesting thing because you're right, it's genius. They're gonna make bank on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
feel
I
like
want to
the
go.
room
I want to go see it.
Just got a mist at the bottom and it got super serious in here. We're talking about jerking off and calling our mom.
Brett
and
was
then-
bringing it back.
That's how we switch it up. That's how we switch it up. Now we're talking about theater
Yeah.
and the magic of cinema. I don't know. That was it. It's
Hey.
just interesting. I don't know.
Hey, You've never seen me in the shower. That's magic of cinema, right there.
I'm scared of all of that.
That's horrifying.
You've never
That's
seen me.
great. That's great.
I'm the greatest showman, actually.
Wow.
I've been
Now I gotta
dying.
pick that up.
I
Now-
thought there was a bat in the corner of the room, but it was your card flying across.
So
Go to the bodies.
Well, we're done with this.
Yeah, we're done.
See ya,
dude.
Wheel.
Later.
Nice
I
to
think next
wheel
we're gonna
you.
go into not a clue.
Let's
Are we just
do
gonna
not
send
a
it?
clue.
Let's do that.
All right. Do you want to go or do you?
Do you know
I-
there's an intro song?
Come on,
Yeah, I
man.
know there is, but I'm deciding beforehand. Because
Okay.
I didn't-
Not a clue.
well, I'll stay silent. That was good.
Not a clue.
So not a clue is basically
Sorry,
when.
our computer's slowly dying.
Not a clue.
Clue.
Not a clue is a segment where we bring whether it's a TV show, a movie, maybe a book, even though we've never done that before.
Ooh.
Oh, you got Red
and-
October over there.
yeah, that's true. And we have to give.
better read
the
it on October.
true- I will next October. What was I gonna say? Shit,
give
that's
a
why I didn't
clue.
want you to say anything. So we're giving the correct movie title. In this case, mine's a movie. I don't know what yours is.
Yep.
We're giving the correct movie title, the year of when it was made, and we can either choose to stay true to what it is, or we can totally make up whatever we want, and the rest of you guys, as well as the audience, has to guess if we are being true or false.
Okay.
No catchphrase. If it's true or it's not.
See, I don't remember.
It's a clue.
But okay, so just a heads up. This is where the mind games come in.
Do you
ready.
think it's false or true? Have you not?
I
a
think
clue?
you caught the recent one.
Yeah,
that we
I-
did.
yep.
So not a clue is literally him giving a description, whether it's a true narrative or not.
Got
and
you.
You have to guess whether it is or not.
Ooh.
Which he claims he doesn't play mind games. But
I
he
don't
will-
play mind
he
games.
will literally say, okay, that's right there is a mind
Dude,
game.
It's already a mind game,
But
dude.
he will say,
I feel manipulated.
I literally did this in 2 seconds when I got home from. I put no
Literally,
effort
I was
into
at
this.
school today, and then I
Does
wrote my
that mean
cards.
He put a lot of effort, and he's saying he put no effort, or
You-
did he actually put no effort?
You just gave him the idea last podcast to do mind games on you, though. He
No,
wasn't
I've been-
thinking of
no,
it.
He's been calling me out. Of mind games.
You say he's been doing it the
or
whole
whatever
time.
it is, and I'm like, dude, I literally look at the movie, and then I go, all right, I'll work with this. What's the description? Okay, should I keep it? Should I not? And then I do whatever I want with
Interesting.
it.
So the
But Justin,
title is
I think
always real.
The title's real, the year's real,
Okay.
which will give you like a clue whether or not you think it's like in the time frame or whatever
Not
it is.
2 clues is actually what the segment is going to be turned into.
Not 2 clues.
Not
So
too
we
close.
just had to see if your description is true or false.
And we all
Correct.
guess?
We will do a majority vote.
Okay. So we have to work together.
All right, let's do
All
it.
right.
Let's go. I'm ready. Oh, I don't need to. clear my throat.
Operation Dumbo Drop, 1995. This movie is a sequel to the Dumbo movie, where Dumbo mysteriously loses his powers of flight at a very inopportune moment.
Of course.
Because of this, Dumbo must do everything in his power to get his powers back.
False.
True.
That's not good, Brett.
Tim.
Wait, no.
Split
No.
decision.
The point of the
50-50.
game is to discuss the psychology behind what you think it is.
False.
So he had powers
You
of
can't just
flight.
say true. If we just voted, this would be the dumbest segment in the world.
False.
Is it
No.
true?
This is
Okay,
what we
game
do.
over.
I will read the description again if you'd like,
All right.
but you have to kind of converse amongst yourselves. Usually Justin's just in his brain going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Now
But
I can talk
you
out
guys
loud,
have-
it's not crazy.
Yeah, right.
See, what if I know the synopsis already?
Do you?
I know, but if I did.
Well, we
Then
usually
talk
try
it
to
out.
pick
Convince
very
us.
obscure things, so that way there's no way to know.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you think it's true? You think it's false? I'm gonna say. Okay, so I've.
Operation Dumbo Drop, 1995.
So it's a real title.
Yeah.
I think it's false.
I don't think there was ever
because
a
I
sequel
feel
to Dumbo.
Dumbo is intentionally misleading to make you think it's about Dumbo, but it's probably something else.
Yeah, I don't think Dumbo ever had a
But-
sequel.
Yeah.
But
This
what?
is where it fucks with you.
Yeah, sure.
Whoa,
Maybe
dude.
You,
he-
not us.
Maybe he
Right.
You.
intentionally picked something that sounded so obvious to be Dumbo
Mm-hmm.
and kept the narrative like this is literally what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And we're second guessing ourselves because Dumbo's in the title.
No.
I think you play the mind games on yourself.
I think you're just
Dude, literally, like that's what it is. I write them in like 2 seconds. Well, this one
You
took
look
me
so
a while
defeated. I'm sorry.
to find a movie title, but usually I write them in 2 seconds.
Did you hear he said that on fucking
No,
purpose?
I'm blocking him out.
He
I'm
literally
blocking
said,
him out.
This took me so long to find the movie title.
A movie title, one for this piece.
I can't with this guy over here. Unbelievable.
So are we going with lies?
I'm torn between two brothers. I think I like what you're saying about the Dumbo is used to just tell the public that this has something to do with like Dumbo, but it doesn't. It's just an elephant
It's almost
reference.
like maybe it's a military term, like I forget what term it is.
Oh, that's why it's called Dumbo Drop.
Yeah.
Operation Dumbo
Operation
Drop.
Dumbo
Because
Drop.
people know what. Whose side are you on? Why are you talking?
1995.
You're right.
I was born that year, so you know.
So you should know.
Because-
Yeah, that's
Because
I know the
double drop.
answer.
Do you remember coming out of the womb and watching the Dumbo
Yeah,
sequel?
it was on the TV of the corner of the. I was like, I popped out.
Bro, that's totally a movie that would be on in the hospital.
Even military and children's movie.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Absolutely.
No matter which where it is. So so Dumbo. I feel Disney
Sorry.
would be
No, I'm
better
sorry.
about their
I'm real
movie
sorry.
titles.
Yeah.
And it would be Dumbo 2
Operation
dropped
Dumbo
out
Drop.
of heaven or something
Right.
stupid.
Yeah, Dumbo
When
Final
elephants
Fall out
really
of
Flight.
heaven, he lost his powers to
Dumbo
fly.
2, he lost his flight.
Right.
The title.
I'm down
Right.
for that
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
So are we going with false?
Dumbo 2.
I'm going with
elephant,
false.
hawk
Tim?
Down.
False?
False.
False.
You are right.
Got it.
Operation
let's go.
Dumbo Drop, although it has to do with an elephant, is a military order to be able to lift an elephant and get him into a safe place. I don't know anything other than that.
That's
I love-
plenty.
love
I
that
think.
movie.
Yeah.
Classic.
Operation
Classic.
Dumbo Drop.
Classic
Love
Disney
it.
right there.
That's good.
All right, so now
False.
you guys are going to work against me.
Sorry,
Ooh,
I got
okay.
excited. All right.
Not a clue. Joe's Apartment, 1996.
Yep.
Perfect year.
This movie is about Joe,
Justin's laughing already.
a young man who
Accurate.
moves from Iowa to downtown New York City. You know those 90s movie where they all moved to New York City.
Yes.
Right?
After settling into his gross apartment, Joe discovers he has roommates. He's now living with cockroaches.
Yeah.
Not just any cockroaches, talking and singing cockroaches.
Of course.
At first, he's disgusted by such a thing. But then
Such a thing.
he finds himself to slowly become friends with them.
Right.
Just
The cockroaches end up helping him with his crushed lily, as well as dealing with his horrible landlord.
What year is this?
1996.
Okay.
The cockroaches' catchphrase is sex, bugs, and rock and roll.
Dude, that's the
ace.
90s.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna say. Yeah.
It's the 90s.
This is true because it's the 90s.
Oh yeah,
thing that's
I can
ever
believe.
existed.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
So Joe's Apartment was on my list of stuff. I did not see it because I just went by it because I'm like, fuck this, which is funny because you grabbed it. But
What a loser.
what a loser, dude. Is this your first not a clue, bro? Call my mom.
Whoops, sorry, Mom.
That's
how you hang up,
dude,
right?
For the 90s, I would say absolutely.
Yeah.
I definitely like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like fucking movie. I don't know. Like
I can see them being like computer animated and being like goofy, maybe
Exactly.
puppets. It could be puppets.
Could be that
yeah.
weird like stop motion like Beetlejuice era like my
exactly.
cockroach.
Yeah.
I'm going true on that one.
I'm true.
It's a lie.
No! Damn,
No,
dude.
it's true.
Yeah, there we go.
A switch up.
Oh,
That's
like,
two
I remember
for
that
two.
movie.
oh.
All right.
It sounded familiar. I don't know if
Yeah.
I've seen it,
The
but
tagline is so 90s.
Yeah.
I almost
Fuck
didn't
yeah, man.
put it
Sex,
in the
bugs,
sound.
and rock and
That's
roll.
the thing.
Sex,
because you gotta
drugs,
think when
and
you
rock-
write it down, you're like,
Wait, what was
all
it?
right,
Sex, bugs, and rock and roll.
Because
So good.
is it so good that it could easily be come up with?
Right.
Or is it so good because it's so good? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
you
if
read it as like you wrote it, like
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
story you
Yeah.
wrote.
I don't
Well,
know. It's,
No, I thought that was fun. That was
He wrote
good.
the
Yeah.
movie.
it's a little bit different. So I think we can do a couple more topics before we kind of switch over
I can
to.
go to a topic. I have
yeah.
a topic that I'm really stoked about today. Not simulation theory. I'm never getting this. I think I'm gonna hold this card until we end the podcast. This
That's all he
simulation
has
has been
on
in my
there.
hand forever, and I say every episode, it's just gonna stay there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about
And then
it.
the simulation will end as soon as you discuss it. Like during that episode. That'll be
Go and
wild.
then it's computerized and I'm like, I'm just a sim dude. Just gotta get ready for work.
Oh, that's
Uh,
beautiful.
Weird.
Do you guys know who Caitlyn Bennett is?
I don't think so.
I don't. think so
I
either.
think I've read this, but I won't.
She sounds hot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wow.
She sounds
she's
not.
12.
That's-
Subjective.
She's
Caitlin
12.
Bennett.
Is it subjective because I said she's 12 years old?
To the hot part.
Yikes.
She's 12 years
No,
old.
Hot
I mean,
and 12 years old.
subjective.
If you're a pedophile, she is hot. Check. And if you're not a pedophile, she is not hot. Unless you are another 12-year-old. That's why it's subjective.
Whoa.
What a.
Caitlin Bennett is a conservative media star. So she
Sounds
became
great.
viral because during her graduation, she wore a cap and gown. She strapped an AR-10 to her chest or something like that.
Yeah, I remember
she got
seeing this, I
a
think.
gun on her hat, and it said, come and grab it.
What is
Very
it?
conservative.
What,
like
wait,
the
what,
gun.
what's,
The gun.
what
Okay.
state?
I don't know.
If
I
it's
didn't write
Texas,
that down.
accurate.
I've-
Playing not a
You know
clue?
what?
Yeah.
Texas?
I think
True.
You know what?
True.
Fuck it, dude. I don't care where she's from. It's Texas.
Yeah.
It's fucking Texas. She's from Texas.
Right, of course.
So she's obviously a Republican, and basically what she does is she goes around to
What do you
different.
mean, obviously?
Obviously, I mean
Yeah.
gun wielding, take my gun away from me, like gun rights, follow conservative Republican
just messing with you.
policies.
You didn't have to
Thank you.
explain
No, I'll explain it. Fuck you.
Remember when there was no politics?
Remember when we said no politics
Yeah.
for this episode?
Oh, did we?
No.
Oh, okay.
Dude, relax. Oh my god.
Breathe.
It's like,
You're good. You're good.
shut it down. Shut it down.
Cancel.
Abort.
Scandal.
Hey,
Um,
hey, relax.
So she goes around to different
politics.
colleges.
I'm sorry.
She goes around to different colleges and basically puts students on camera about gun policies, LGBTQ, just political policies.
The
that-
same person does that?
Yeah, it's this person goes around to college
What's the guy that
campuses.
does that too? Where he's like, change my mind.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
The meme
yeah.
guy?
I just know the
guy.
meme.
That's an actual
Same guy.
guy that does
Oh,
stuff.
really?
I guess
Yeah,
that
he
He
makes
goes
sense.
around, he
Yeah,
sets
I
up a
guess.
table. He says, "This is blah blah blah. Change
Yeah.
my mind."
Yeah.
So she goes around, but basically what she does is that she tries to make people feel stupid.
Nice.
You know, like she catches them or edits her videos.
Sounds like Change My Mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She edits her videos appropriately to make people like, catch them. Like, what do you think about, same-sex bathrooms? And they're like, really? Same-sex bathrooms? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, whatever. It goes to Seinfeld ending or whatever the fuck it does. And so she went. So she went to the Ohio State College. I think it was yesterday. If it's not, it was reported yesterday. Without warning. She didn't call anyone saying that she was going. She already has a huge hate following and cancel culture around her. It's kind of like Tommy Loren, where it's like a hit or miss kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
People either love her or they hate her. And she stated that a riot broke out. But
I mean,
the funny,
a riot is what you make of it. If there could be 10 people rioting,
well,
or
no,
two
there was
people-
a ton, dude.
Oh,
There was a
All
ton of people.
against her.
Yes,
Okay.
and she
Okay.
called it a riot. The funny part of this, dude,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She called it a riot.
Yeah.
she called it a riot.
It
Yeah.
could have been a line at CVS.
Well, funny enough,
riot
it wasn't
riot.
a riot.
Bro, that is a
And I'll get
riot.
to it in a second.
Oh.
But the funny fucking thing about this story, and it's just like people, right? It was stated that
Fucking
she went to a
people.
college
It
party
always is
and she
people.
shit her pants. So every college
Literally shit her
literally
pants?
shit her pants.
Like doo-doo.
Doo-dooed
was
in
on
her
her
undies.
undies. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad you
And,
specified.
So every time she goes to a college,
And we're like, we don't want to say shit. We don't want to say pants. Doo-doo in undies.
Nailed
they're
it.
synonymous.
Yeah.
So at a college party, it was said that she shit her pants, and people have been just making that the main focus. So every time she goes somewhere, so when she went to Ohio State College and a riot, aka a protest, broke out, a chant broke out with hundreds of people saying, "Where's your diaper? Where's your diaper?" Dude,
Holy, that's brutal.
so fucking funny for one. And then she tweeted after, dude, which is funny because, you're just like, dude, I didn't shoot my pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not say that? People are ridiculous. They're going to say whatever the fuck they want. But she tweeted out, the police didn't do anything. Donald Trump should stop funding universities that harbor terrorists.
Wouldn't she like Donald Trump, though?
Yeah, she should.
Yeah,
Donald
but
Trump
she's-
should stop funding those schools
Oh,
that
okay.
make fun of her.
I see.
Right.
Yeah.
If-
But the funny part of it is that there was a
shit her
chant that
pants.
broke out to "Where's your diaper?" Dude, fucking hilarious.
Bro, here's the thing I love about that story. It's shifting all the focus from aggressive politics to high school insults. That's what
That's exactly what it is. It's
High
perfect.
school.
No, not even. I know.
Elementary.
Dude, elementary is like, you doo-dooed your pants. And you're like, no, I didn't. Oh, there's a brown spot. You
Nuh-uh.
No, you pooped your pants. So it just takes politics, and then like cancel culture happens. Elementary insult, dude.
Oh, dude.
Perfect.
And then it's just people on her side holding signs that say "nuh-uh." Nuh-uh.
Sign that say, "Didn't you shit your pants?"
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. So good. That's crazy, man.
Any thoughts about that? I think it's fucking hilarious.
I don't even know which part to respond to.
I know it was a lot because I literally had to go through like 3 different sources and like just get the whole story because it was just fucking hilarious to me.
So like her whole thing, she's just a super extremist, like that Tommy character. What's her last name?
Tommy Loren.
Tommy Loren. Yeah, yeah. Because I remember that. Which like I don't even hear about her anymore. I don't know if she's still. I feel like people like that pop up and they're in the spotlight for a little while as like this extremist, whichever direction, and then they're like a hot topic for a minute and then they're gone.
Yeah,
and I think
that's how it happens.
I think I remember seeing that like image of her with the gun and everything, which is just so like. I don't know. Like I see stuff like that and I'm like, come on.
Dude.
Like
send it,
I don't know. I'm just like, that is so over the top and like.
You're like, just graduate and go.
Just graduate.
Right.
Just do the thing. Everyone else
no
there.
one wants to fucking be there. It's a
Right.
4-hour-long process.
Yeah.
And now you're going to bring
Dude.
politics into graduation.
And you're just making yourself a meme. Like, why don't, like, just don't wear a gun to graduation, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
Crazy,
that's enough.
right?
Do it like
Can I-
10 minutes after.
You can do whatever you want. It's your show.
Counter your point.
No.
The smart, for them, they're trying to get their word out.
Yeah, for sure.
The smartest way to get your word out is
to bring
be
a gun to
meme.
school.
100%. Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
so true.
100%.
So
we're
true.
talking about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yep.
And I always fight with this, like, how polarizing do you want to be? Because on one hand, it's like, there is that, like, have your voice, like, regardless of what your position is. If you really believe in what you believe in and you feel like it's important, like, that's a way to voice it.
Yeah.
But then sometimes, like, something like that, depending, I mean, I don't know a lot about her, like, positions in particular. Like you said, there are certain implications about wearing a gun to your graduation. But regardless of that, like, sometimes I think there's a lack of consideration for other people when you do something so extreme.
Correct.
Because it's like, obviously you're going to step on some toes. So it's just like
Feeling the mist
prioritizes.
again.
I'm sorry about that. What is the mist? I don't know what it means.
He just doesn't like when you talk, apparently.
Oh, is that what it is? All right.
Talk, we're like, all eyes
When
on
it's totally
Brett.
serious, like
Yeah.
when you're watching a movie, like a scary movie, and then the mist comes in, and you're like,
It's like your monologue, you know what I mean?
dude,
You're Othello,
yeah.
dude, with the
Yeah.
killing
Right.
Desdemona
Bro,
Shakespeare right now.
I'm trying to get cast in the next Emmanuel production.
Brett, I'm with you. I think
So there's
you're
a thing
doing
when
good.
you bring
Thanks,
a gun
dude.
to your high school
I'm trying.
graduation.
There are certain implications about. Can I bring this light on just me? Sorry. All right.
Pull it all the way.
Sorry, I'm done with the mist.
Yeah,
The
I'm-
Mist, though. What about that movie?
Oh.
Anyways.
I've never seen The Mist.
Oh,
Don't nobody say anything.
I'm not a scary. Is it a scary movie? I don't watch scary movies.
it's more of like a
He failed.
monster flick,
Oh,
I
I failed.
guess, right?
like a
Yeah.
psychological thriller monster-ish.
It's
Yeah.
not, yeah. I
Yeah.
think
But
you
the
can get
ending
away.
is debatable, but still dope.
Like
Yeah, it's good.
Inception ending.
No,
No, like as to whether or not it's horror, you're saying, or what?
no.
Like what happens? What are you saying? What are you talking about? What are you saying?
Yeah.
I'm
What?
saying the ending. Some people love it and some people hate it
Oh, okay.
Oh,
got it.
true.
because some
I
people
love it.
think it's like. I'm not gonna talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better just
don't
go
bring it
watch
up.
Mist.
Don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up.
All right, I'm sorry I
Brett
talked.
controls the mist, and that's it.
That's it. I bring the mist, bro.
I bring the
Bring the
mist
mist.
everywhere I
Bring the
go.
Sierra Mist.
You
So
see
you-
these shoes? Sponsored by Mist.
Yeah, what's up? If someone else wants to talk about Gun Girl, that's my bad. Go ahead.
Speaking of gun girls,
Can't wait to see where this goes.
It has nothing to do with it.
Billie Eilish is doing the theme song for James Bond.
Oh,
Pretty
there we
good.
go.
That's pretty good, yeah.
I like that.
Billie Eilish.
Shoot up a
Yeah.
school.
Jesus, bro.
Whoa.
I think I'm gonna put my hat back on.
Yeah, you probably.
I'm in the
should.
wrong posture.
Scared of that. Oh, not another one. Stop giving them screenshots.
Everyone's like,
I feel like James Bond is a commentary on the culture. I'm just kidding.
Wait, is it the I know there's 2 James Bonds. One's being talked about that is supposedly going to be starring a girl, and one's
I'll
a guy.
get into all of that. Don't even worry
Go
about
ahead.
it. I'll be a host. You know me.
Is that gonna happen now or when does it happen? Oh, okay.
I'm turning on the host switch right now.
Yeah.
All right. So Billie Eilish, 18-year-old artist, one of my favorites right now.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
come out.
Easily.
Her album. She
Yeah.
just won a bunch of Grammys. Her album was one of my most played on Spotify or whatever. Actually, my most played artist, even though I think it's just because it went on repeat and then I racked up views. But she did a new Bond theme song It's so good.
I don't think I've heard it.
So good. It's called No Time to Die.
Yeah, I haven't heard
And
it.
there's like little hints because Phineas, her brother, helped co-produce it.
Yeah.
And there's hints like the ending has the old school like 60s swing like vibe to it. It's like wow, like at the end or whatever.
Yeah.
And it does like all these little snippets of like Bond-esque like sound effects.
I love that.
Throughout it.
Wait,
Which is
Phineas
cool.
did that?
Just the instrumental itself. He was
Yeah.
part of the process.
What did Ferb do?
You're so I'm
Bro, I
proud.
love Phineas and Ferb so much. Sorry.
So-
Carry on.
So for our demographic, there's
God, I
a
love that
shout-out.
show.
That was great.
So a lot of people felt she was like a whisper singer where
Yep.
she doesn't belt.
Yep.
And this song honestly blew up on Twitter because she actually belts out
Yeah.
like really
Dude, you
hard
can't say that
throughout
the
it.
girl doesn't have range. You know
No.
what I mean?
So good. And she was at the Brit Awards. I'm guessing it's just awards for in Britain for music. And she performed the song. She got Best International Female Artist, and she kind of like talked about how she feels hated recently.
Yep.
And I think Justin Bieber was like crying because she's
Yeah.
like, he's like, I don't
He
want
felt for her or
Yeah,
something
he's
like
I don't
that.
want her to fall in the limelight, kind of like how I did, and like you go when you're that young and all that stuff. Because they were even showing pictures of her idolizing Justin Bieber at like 13 years old.
Oh, no way, yeah.
4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Literally.
but unbelievable theme song.
Yep. I can't wait. I'm gonna look it up after.
But
'cause
to
I'm stoked.
Yeah, I'm
transition
stoked.
out of the theme song, James Bond as a whole, because I would just want to talk about James Bond because I'll get into it. So James Bond, to your note from earlier, the James Bond producer, Barbara, and I don't know how to pronounce it, Broccoli.
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 It's broccoli.
It's only broccoli.
Broccoli.
Broccoli said in a recent interview that James Bond cannot be female. And it was like a whole like thing where like the people were like kind of freaking out about it, but it's a girl that's saying it. Barbara
Oh.
is saying James Bond can't be a girl. He can be not white.
Yeah.
So
Idris
like
Elba.
yes,
Oh, man.
indeed.
Right.
But
Indeed.
she definitely does not want
This guy over
James
here.
Bond to be
monocle on, dude.
female. And she feels that we should be creating new characters for women that are strong female roles.
No,
and
absolutely.
characters.
I
They
don't.
feel
I'm
like
with that.
James Bond
100%.
has been there for 50 years.
Yeah.
You can't just take a character and say, "This is a woman now. These are her personality
about
traits.
Yeah.
This
Ghostbusters.
is Jamie
Yo,
Bond." You
okay.
know?
Yeah.
Tell me about Ghostbusters.
I was in Ghostbusters, so.
But Ghostbusters, it's for. I mean,
Just went right over that.
Ghostbusters
Cool.
was
what?
for women.
I was just an extra.
He was in
it
the
was
crowd.
for women. They weren't
Is he?
named
Yeah,
after the
for real.
characters.
Right.
They didn't show.
No, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal.
Wait, what?
up. Say that again.
I was in Ghostbusters.
And say that again.
He was in the crowd.
I was
He
just.
was
Were
actually
you?
an
I
extra
was
in
in, yeah.
No
Yeah.
way!
And
I
now,
didn't
yeah.
even hear it. It
They
just
fil-
slipped
they
out.
filmed-
I told you to shut
Well,
up.
I can't.
No, he was-
I can't like look at Tim because my microphone's a certain
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
and I'm
right,
like, I'm
right.
gonna hurt my neck, so I like didn't hear him. My ears don't work.
Yeah.
He said it quietly, and then I was like, oh, it just kind of slipped out. Like,
Yeah, dude, that's nothing to say
Not a big deal.
casually. We're like,
Well-
oh, Ghostbusters. Yeah, I was in that.
You were
Like,
talking about
dude.
the. You were talking about the more important part. I sat in a theater for 3 days and I was in one scene in Ghostbusters. I got paid for it though. That was tight.
Like
Wait, the
You
female
can see
version?
me.
screenshot.
The
and
female
circle it.
version?
I have one somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one. Yeah, it's pretty
I
tight.
thought it was the original version.
No,
this
dude.
disappoints me. I thought
You know,
wasn't even
Brett
born.
is that old where he could have been
When
in
did
the
that?
original.
he would have been like,
kid.
he would have been
80s?
one, maybe.
80s?
What year though?
No,
Maybe-
he was
Yeah, I was born in the
80s.
80s, but maybe. Yeah.
in the crowd.
yeah.
Nah, he was in the female one.
Yeah, I was in the
3
lady one.
hours.
3
Oh,
days.
I would be
3 days, dude.
All right, I'd be so
Wow.
pissed if I spent 3 days to be in the female Ghostbusters that like didn't
Dude, he's
do
just
well,
roasting you right
So,
now.
I
bro.
know.
Watch out,
I
man.
get it. All
Right?
right.
Didn't do well,
the only
right?
movie you've ever been in.
I think
I
it
don't.
did
I don't know
decent.
how well it did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
don't know.
did decent,
It did
but it wasn't
okay.
like the
Rated
original
high, yeah.
Ghostbuster,
Well-
but it didn't flop.
So that's the thing. Like, it was okay, and this might be the point you were just trying to get to. But like, I was literally just talking to a friend about this a couple days ago. Like, don't create like a different thing that is inspired by things like Ghostbusters or like whatever other.
You can
teen
even have it in
movies.
the same realm.
Absolutely,
Like in the same world.
But create
Yep.
a new team. Like, don't try to
Yes.
replace one. Like, create a new team that is at its foundation an all-female team, and that's what people know it as. Like, I don't care that they made that Ghostbusters, but it's not what people think of when they think of Ghostbusters.
right.
No.
Even though Harley Quinn has a background in the comic book realm, it's kind of like that where it's like, all right, you made you took Harley Quinn
Yeah.
and ran with it. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like as opposed
Exactly.
to
Yep.
like let's do a female Joker.
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah. Or
again like
with
it's
James
a-
Bond.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I could argue that you could have a female in that role. I just don't care to see it. Just make something new.
Right.
Like stop remaking other stuff.
That's the thing.
But what are
that's
you? Are you gonna
baffling.
call her
Oh,
Jamie Bond? Are you gonna say
Yeah.
like Jane Bond?
I don't
know. Yeah.
You almost have to like
Well, there's G.I.
Jane
Jane.
Bond.
invert the character.
Right? G.I. Jane? Isn't G.I. Jane the thing?
That's but that movie. I think that title was just more of a reference to like
okay.
because GI Jane I think is like that. Yeah, that's not I'm just stuttering, so let's just move on to something else. Stumbling.
It's not a G.I. Joe,
Right.
gender
It's
bending.
not. It's not like replacing a character with another character. It's just its own thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think if a character starts off as a male, you can either go into the realm of different characters within that world, but I don't necessarily think something that's so embedded in the culture that you can necessarily
Well, you
do
almost-
well with changing it at least. You can
Sure.
change it. You can do
you
anything
almost
the
need
fuck
the
you want. you know?
strong supporting role. You need a strong female supporting role in the original movie to be able to branch
pull
off
her
of
and
it.
Sure.
branch off.
Or just
exactly.
make a new series.
Right, because you don't need to ultimately.
Yeah.
Well,
make
there are
James
like
Bond
roles
female.
you can fill. Like James Bond is a character. Like James Bond is the person in that story. There are like in comic books we're seeing this a lot now, where like the role of Iron Man is now taken on by like a young female, and I think that's cool because it's someone taking the place of like an idea or a certain hero.
Yes.
Yeah, like,
Versus,
like they're
like-
filling the shoes of this person
Yeah,
as
right.
opposed to like let's just make a side series.
Yeah, and there's
Yep.
story there.
Yeah.
Like, what is it like for a young female to take over the helm of Iron Man? Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's like a different thing. I feel like, is this the mist? I'm sorry. Keep going.
I feel
no,
like
no. Trust me.
I'm just
we all
spitballing
feel
real quick.
The goosebumps like riding our arm. That was like a normal conversation.
I feel like I'm
Okay.
spitballing, but I feel like if you killed off James Bond and had a daughter that, just like Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
that
yeah, but
wanted
that
to fill
pisses
the
us off
shoes.
too.
Tomb Raider doesn't piss me off.
No, Tomb Raider.
Tomb
are you
Raider
talking about?
is a daughter that wants to fill the dad's shoes and finish what he started.
Yeah, but there was no movie with the dad.
Right. So like Tomb Raider
I'm
is
saying it's like
Lara
I'm saying
Croft.
like if it's
Yeah.
a
Right.
forced thing,
I
then
said
we're like
Laura,
okay,
relax.
yeah,
Thanks.
it's a spin-off.
I get it. Yeah.
All right,
I don't know.
guys.
But so Daniel Craig is the current James Bond.
It is Daniel Craig still. Or are you
Trash.
just
Yeah,
saying
it's
that
his
was the last one?
fifth and final installment in the James Bond
Okay.
trash. I'm gonna say my favorite Bond is Pierce Brosnan
Pierce Brosnan,
because
yeah.
of GoldenEye 64.
Yeah, dude.
I think he's
Yeah,
the only reason why.
That is.
Is he even related to that at all, or is it just that he was in GoldenEye?
I think they use his
features.
like likeness in
His
the
face
game.
for the rectangle.
Yeah.
they had?
Even though it's such a bad game now, it was such an
Dude.
iconic
Oh,
thing for
dude.
us then.
Dude, falling off the
You're
cliff
just
in
like-
that first. Like,
Oh, the dam where he does like
Yeah.
the.
Why is
yeah,
that so
dude.
good?
I don't know, dude.
And
It
it's the
fucking
3 cameras?
slaps, bro. Yeah, it's the 3 cameras that go back, and then I think the last one's underneath him, and he's just falling like this box,
It
dude.
looks so bad today, but
Yeah.
even I played the game last year, so
Okay.
Yeah.
it's wicked fresh for me. It still was awesome.
It's
seeing
so
it.
good, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
so
I
good.
remember that scene being like, "What is happening? What is happening? What is happening?" Like,
Dude,
I've never
he's
seen
just-
anything
and
like
it's
that.
like doom. It's like there's almost like it's just like a one note like score. It's
Yep.
just like doom doom.
Yeah, dude, you light up the freaking people in the lighthouse. You go over,
Yeah.
and you
It's
just.
just it's so
free
like
fall, dude.
And then the-
So good.
The next level starts with you in the bathroom with the laser watch, and you go take out the guy. It was
You're sneaking
Dude,
in
I need to
Yeah.
fucking go back and play GoldenEye, man.
Only play the first 2 levels. The rest of the game's not worth it.
Oh no!
correct.
That's
Very
all.
correct.
That's all
it's
you
so
need.
iconic, but I don't know if it's because it just got so difficult and annoying.
Yeah.
that,
It
was
like,
really
like
hard.
Most people our age just gave up. Like the jungle level, everything after that is
my
a mystery
God.
to me.
Yeah.
Well, that's
no, I
like
know.
that's like Zelda for me now. When I was a kid, I was like, dude, I used to be so nasty at Zelda, and then when I replayed it, I was like, dude, I don't remember anything past
yeah.
the fucking dead hand.
The
You know what I
forest
mean?
level,
Like,
yeah.
We played the
Better to
same
just-
levels over and over
Yeah,
again. Yeah.
Better to just leave it in your head. That's
Yeah.
That's where it
Exactly,
belongs.
yeah.
I want a remake of.
I'm gonna make a new
GoldenEye
game.
though.
They did.
They did.
It's not very good.
Okay, never mind.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, it was GameCube, right?
Well, they did 2 actually.
era, yeah,
they did a GameCube one, and then they
The
remade it
GameCube one
again
was
for
fire,
360.
dude, with Mad Hat, and you could throw your hat at someone and kill them, dude.
And then they're all super short, like Monkey from Time Splitters, so you can't shoot them. And you're just like, what the heck?
I used to fuck around with you
Yeah.
so much, dude.
Yeah.
Why do you always pick the small characters? I can't kill you, dude.
It's my favorite character, but it's literally because the
Oh, well,
character's
that's
2 feet
funny,
tall,
because-
while everyone has the biggest hitbox.
That's funny
in the
because
world.
you're using a character that can literally one-shot kill me. You think I'm gonna pick a big-ass character? No way.
No.
No way.
No way. So what we're gonna do now? So now let's announce a surprise.
Yeah.
Do you want me
Oh,
to talk real quick?
We'll bring it back in.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a 2-3 minute break just to set up this new special. So what we're gonna do is these guys have a YouTube channel and they consistently do food challenges. And I recently got my hands on Hot Ones, the hottest sauce, the XXX Last Dab. So we're going to take a 2-3 minute break to go set up and bring everything back here. And we will be tasting the hottest pepper in the world.
I'm so not excited.
Hot sauce
I'm not
is
so
the
not
hottest
excited.
pepper.
Yeah, not
I'm
so.
excited, but I'm not,
So we will be back momentarily.
Back in a jiff. In a jiff.
In a GIF?
In a GIF or in a jiff?
In a GIF. So we will be back. All right, I guess we'll just jump right into it. No one was answering me, so we're just in it.
Sorry.
We're in it, dog.
So what we're doing as a little present is
This is not
Yeah,
a little
nah,
present.
it's
This is
not
a
a
little
present.
torture, bud.
we'll move this here so
We
can
get
all see the
nuggets. I'm
nuggets.
in.
So,
the nig
Again, just to so I'm just gonna
All right.
reintroduce it so that way I can clip it starting now. Okay.
Huh?
I'm just gonna restart the narrative now so I can clip it.
Sure.
Nice.
And I shouldn't be saying that for movie magic, but
Sure.
So these guys, the Keep Up Podcast, they regularly do food challenges on their YouTube.
Yeah.
We thought it would be cool to bring you guys back home and do a food challenge where we are going to try the Hot Ones
Dude, it's so bad.
Last Dab
How
Triple
many
X.
Scoville units is it?
Okay, so it's a 3.2 million Scoville.
Great.
Well, okay, sorry. There's 3 peppers in it.
Yeah.
And they're all Pepper X. And it's a 3.2 million Scoville, which is 400 times hotter than a jalapeno. And Carolina Reaper, for reference, is about 2 million Scoville.
How much is this one?
3.2
million.
So this
it's
is
about
hotter
1.5
than
times.
This is hotter than a ghost pepper.
Then the one chip
Or
challenge.
the ghost pepper. Yeah.
Bro,
So,
nothing is
yeah.
called X. That's
Yeah.
not a real thing. Don't put 3 of them in one thing.
So
That's why they took out XXX
you guys want to know
potassium.
a nice little fun fact?
Yeah.
Couldn't
So,
exist.
So fun.
Smoking Pepper Ed, who made this, made the Carolina Reaper.
Okay.
And that, I believe so. Or,
Yeah.
or what was the pepper you referenced?
The
Ghost pepper.
The ghost
Yeah.
pepper. Yeah.
So like someone
You're
made,
right.
so he made
Oh.
Carolina Reaper or the ghost pepper, and then it was the hottest pepper in the world.
Tight.
And then someone one-upped him and made a hotter pepper and got the world record.
Chemical
Within
X.
Probably like the
week-
Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, something
and
like
then,
that. Yeah.
and-
And then within the week, he released the Pepper
What
X.
a dick, dude.
Because,
What a dick.
Worst person. The worst person.
So what he did
You think
was
that's
he
hot?
already cultivated hotter peppers in anticipation someone would take his world record, beats it, and just says, I have even hotter peppers for when I
Bro.
need to break my world record again, or when someone wants to break my world record. So this right here is called the Last Dab. It's 3 pepper X's. It's like peach pepper, pineapple, and something else. Brennan, take it away.
Yeah, so basically, the reason we're doing this, as well as the
food
food challenge,
challenge.
just a food challenge that you guys usually do, is that Sean Evans, the creator of Hot Ones, which this sauce
And
is
do you
from.
guys know Hot Ones at
Yeah,
all?
yeah.
So Hot Ones is an interview show where he interviews celebrities and as they eat hotter and hotter, increasingly hotter hot wings.
Yeah.
And he's interviewed everyone. Will Ferrell is this Thursday.
Billie
and
Eilish was
Billie
one of my
Eilish,
favorites.
Key and Peele, Shaq.
I've seen
He's
a few,
interviewed
yeah.
The Post
everyone.
Malone one's great. That's
Yeah,
such a
Post
good episode.
Malone. So so basically he has that interview show, but he just created it on FX, same as
FXX?
Yeah, FX. I think FXX might be like the extra, the
Yeah.
little extra to the FX. And but he created Hot Ones, the game show, where contestants are not celebrities but normal people.
Yep.
They answer trivia questions. I believe if they get them wrong,
Yeah.
then they have to be to keep going increasingly. Through the different stages of the Scoville units.
Stop doing that.
I'm growing an immunity.
They will not be given ice cream, milk, water, napkins, nothing. They don't get anything, so it just burns right on their mouth.
Yep.
Ugh.
And the contestants will go for 4 rounds of trivia questions with a $25,000 payout and milkshakes as prizes.
Wow.
Wow.
And it's funny because he was talking about how they were like thinking about doing it in California or hosting in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But they said in California, most TV shows it's like a bunch of people just stand-ins.
Yeah.
While Atlanta are people that are fans of the show and hyped to go to the show. So I
Okay.
guess when he shot the entire 20-episode season, which premieres
I
last
believe
night?
it was Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
So they shot 20 episodes in the span of 10 days, not including weekends or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was like 6 days they shot 20 episodes and cranked it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So
That's impressive.
I mean, you got the questions, you got the people.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's it.
Yeah,
Do it.
go.
Film
so
it. Cut it. Done.
This is where we're going to die.
So I want to ask you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Before I pick up the chicken nugget.
Everyone's allowing everyone to talk
Yeah.
because we know it's going to be.
What's the hottest thing you've ever had before?
Yeah, that's a great
This.
question.
So Justin and I have had this before, but on like a toothpick scale.
So
Like,
before
like a
that,
needle
that,
drop.
probably like an buffalo is the
okay,
worst
so
that I've had.
you would say you have no experience with extreme hot.
Correct.
No.
So I
Besides
do-
jalapenos and extra
like
buffalo.
Wild Wings, I can go third from the top.
That's
But it's because of flavor, not because I can't handle
100%.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's
So
like the hottest buffalo.
Because when you
and then I'm like,
get
I
when
don't
you
care
get for
it.
hotter sauces, you start to lose the flavor. And
Yes.
it's just purely like, hey,
Pain.
this is hot.
Yeah.
Enjoy. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like, I couldn't enjoy it. So like I don't know. I like spiciness. I get wicked bad fucking heartburn. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be awesome.
we bought Tums. Flavored
Oh,
Tums.
good.
I love it,
Yes.
dude.
Yeah.
Love
Need
So-
a chaser.
Since we've done the one chip challenge, I think it's only fair that we warn you. When you have something extremely hot, you could get super bad hiccups, like to the point where you can't even breathe.
Yeah.
You'll get super hot. Obviously, I'm going to take my sweatshirt off in a second because I know it's going to be
All right.
brutal. Just warning, and you might not be able to talk, so it could be a terrible podcast from that point on.
It's gonna be great.
The
But
best part is this is
I don't know if
we
are we
either
doing
let
a lot
you
or a
before
little.
or after to do your plug. Do you want to do it now? or
No,
do you wanna
let them do
like,
it after.
do
I want.
You guys
while
want to
we're
burn while you're doing it?
Personally, I think it would be fucking hilarious
All right,
if
yeah,
you
it might
plug
be good.
after the
Do it.
sauce.
I'll take
dude.
that.
Okay.
it's
I'll take
because it's
yeah.
a misery, and this is actually hotter than the one chip.
Well, I was telling him
Because it was
I
the
believe it
Carolina
was him.
Reaper extract.
Well, the thing is you're eating a whole chip. Mm-hmm. This you
just a
you
dab of the
dab what you
sauce.
want.
Right, so it'll be a little less.
Yo, got the JB shirt, bro.
I thought I had to represent something.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
was
do you
excited
wanna-
to
you
show
guys,
this.
Everyone grab a nugget. Everyone grab a little nugget.
Don't have to tell
little
me
chicken nugget.
twice.
Okay.
We're gonna dip. I don't know how much you guys want to.
I don't know either. That's
Let's-
the next
let's-
question.
I'm gonna
Like,
just do like that.
really?
Wow,
Wait,
that was
wait.
that was bold.
Is it bold? I feel like you got a little bit.
That's bold.
Oh God.
I am
Let's
terrified.
do a 3-tap. Right? Is
Yeah,
that,
I know.
fine?
I
I'm
know.
not
I'm gonna
afraid.
like.
I'm fine
want
with
to do
that.
a swig?
No, I don't want to do a
I-
swig because I know
You're
I'm
all
gonna,
chicken.
I'm gonna, okay.
Here's the
good-
thing.
Yeah, just like
Tim's amp. Is it
right.
that? Just that?
I'm just scared that like you guys are like, oh, dude, you got to do more, and then it's gonna be way too much.
All right.
All right, do
Okay.
we cheers?
I mean,
Cheers.
Now,
Cheers.
is it cool
Nuggies?
if I eat half the nugget, like with the sauce?
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Because I'm gonna save the other half to maybe dull it down after.
That's fine.
Which
All right.
is
and are we going to see who's the longest who doesn't go for milk or anything?
now that you said that, yeah, absolutely.
okay.
Yeah, now we are.
100%.
This
Wait,
will
wait,
prove
you guys
who's
are
the
gonna
better
have to do your
podcast.
mouth, or do we not code anything? Because you got
Nothing.
a swig, you fucking dick.
Do we chew it? What are the rules here?
Yeah, just chew
Can I
and
just
swallow.
swallow it?
Chew and
Chew
swallow.
and swallow.
You don't straight swallow. You chew,
You
swallow.
gotta chew it, right?
All right, you
Like
guys ready?
All right,
Dink
let's do it.
And you fucking sink
Okay.
it.
Okay, not bad.
Oh,
I don't
That-
like how quickly I can feel it.
that already sucks.
Yep. That's,
I'm chilling, dude.
that's not bad.
You
I
know
almost
what
want to take a little more.
The flavor's not
the
bad.
flavor's really good.
That's the thing.
You know,
Yep. Starting
you know
to
what? I'm
close up.
so mad at myself that I put the
I'm gonna try
sauce
more.
on my tongue.
You're crazy.
That's
but I like
you
it.
gotta
I
be
put
careful.
the sauce on my tongue, and rather I should
Good.
It is a good
The
sauce.
flavor's
going
good.
back,
Yeah, we
dude.
did doubles.
Oh my god.
The flavor's good. The chips sucked. The flavor was so bad.
Really?
This isn't bad because it's not nearly as much. It's a lot of hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
you have
think-
to wait. You have to wait because
Right.
the worst
Well, I'm
thing about
feeling
this
it
is that at
rotating
first
through
I
my
go,
mouth.
I go, oh, Justin, that wasn't that bad. And then, dude, like 5-10 minutes later, I was like, why can't I still feel it? Why can't I still feel
Yeah.
it?
Because if you get a whole hot wing like coated in it,
Oh,
it's not
that-
bad.
you'd be
but
dead.
I'm not bad right
It's
now.
not bad.
I don't know. I feel fucking hot.
It's
I'm not
hot.
gonna lie.
Do
Hot.
we do finger and then?
Do we just start chugging
I'm
the
good,
bottle?
Dude. That's
Dude.
my stand.
You know, I gave this big warning. It's going to be terrible. That wasn't bad at all.
It's
I mean,
not that
it's
bad.
hot. It's gross, but it's
It's hot.
It's picking
hot, it's
up,
gross.
though.
Yeah, it's like
picking up,
I'm
it's
numb
like-
on the top of my mouth.
Oh yeah.
See, I wish I was numb on the
That's
top of my
that was a bad
mouth
idea.
because I feel like when I chewed it,
mine's in
it
my
was the
throat
back of my
now.
tongue. Yeah.
My throat is. Oh, my tonsils are not happy with me.
Oh.
Okay.
I can feel it over here, which I don't love.
Mine's like the back of my tongue.
Here, right here.
I feel like I touched the what is it? The uvula.
The uvula.
You're crazy.
And now I'm fucking.
Go
if
for
you
it.
want to, go
Go for
ahead.
it.
But I'm not
You
joining
gotta
you.
do it. Well, entertainment, right?
Right. That was the whole reason I wanted
Yeah,
to do
you're the
this.
host. Turn your host light on and fucking.
You turn.
Tick.
I can feel it in my teeth, which I don't love.
Yeah, I can.
Because
My
mine's
molars
dying out
right now.
That was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to
No.
be.
But the chip was big. It was a lot.
Right. So if we had
That's
a
what I'm
chip
saying.
amount,
Well, if you had a wing.
You want to hit it with the other half of this nug?
I'll do it.
I'm just saying, if you were trying to get in there. Oh, he did the swipe.
Jeez.
That's a
More,
lot.
Tim, more.
No, I'm going to die.
More.
Okay, I'm gonna do this.
I'm
gonna do a
dizzy.
pinky.
Is that the rum or is it this?
Cheers.
Oh, the way he put it on his tongue.
Dude, I would.
That was
That
too
is
much.
way worse. That is way worse to put it on your tongue.
That
The
was too
second
much.
time.
That's way worse. That's way worse. That's way worse. Oh, my tongue is on fire.
'Cause
My
I would
tongue is
say-
completely numb. My tongue is completely numb.
I
now.
would say that.
I can feel my tongue expanding.
I would say that when I
That's
had
a little
it,
too much.
Every time I swallow, it's still in my
Oh,
throat.
when we had it the
that's-
first
that's
time,
good.
Justin. Baby,
That's sweaty.
when we had it the first time,
Yes.
it was straight sauce. So like the chicken nugget kind of bared it down.
Yeah, yeah.
A little
that's
bit.
that's. I would do a pinky swig unless you're really feeling it. Do a pinky swig. You'll see how bad it is.
A pinky swig.
All right.
Yeah, just like a.
Are we gonna
I
do
get
it?
that.
I don't think I can do it anymore.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Are you gonna do it?
I'm.
I'll do it if you do it.
Yeah. Okay. Entertainment here at Torn Between Two Brothers.
So
where
what,
the
we're
sauce won't come out.
Nah, dude, not about that.
$20
Good, you ready,
right
bro?
there.
We're
Are we
splitting this in half.
Do a shot of it.
Oh, I feel my chest collapsing.
Oh,
Is that a lot?
That's a lot. That's a
Yours
pepper
is
right
a lot.
there.
Is mine a lot, Justin?
I would just do a coating. Yeah, that's not bad. That's
you got a chunk
get
in there,
rid of that
dude.
chunk.
So what do? We wipe it?
I want more chicken nuggets.
Okay. This is quite a bit.
Dude, remind me to not wipe my eyes. All right, you ready? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, Brett, you did it like across the tongue.
It's way worse. It's way worse.
Oh,
It's way worse.
oh
way
no,
worse,
dude.
right?
Yeah, that's
This
terrible.
is what we wanted. This is. Oh my god. Do you want milk?
Nope. I'm good.
Has
All right.
anyone gone for their milk yet?
No,
No.
we're good. We haven't.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, back of my tongue's immediately numb.
yeah. It's a.
Oh, it's coming back
That
up.
is worse.
Don't do that, dude. Breathing
All right,
fire.
so
Why don't you guys
let's
plug
do the,
while
let's
you're
do the
dying?
Sean Evans thing. So while a million Scovilles are running through your body
Yeah.
and the hottest of wings have gone into your digestion system, let the people know who you are and what you're
you
here
have
to promote.
going on.
You first, dude.
Great.
What you have going on.
We do the keep up.
This camera. This camera.
Yeah, so we do the Keep Up podcast once a week. Brett said at the beginning we're a comedy and media, comedia
Entertainment,
podcast.
dude. Throw entertainment in there.
And we entertain. So we do that once a week. We release episodes on Friday. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud.
Yep.
Keep Up Podcast.
Keep up podcast.
We're also on YouTube. And like they said, we do food challenges. We do skits. We try to do a bunch of different things. So just look up the
Oh,
Keep
it's
Up.
right here.
Yeah, I can
On
feel it in the back of
YouTube.
my throat.
Right here.
One quick plug for right now that's
Yep.
time sensitive is our monthly.
I just spit everywhere.
Our monthly special this month. The theme is romance and relationships. It can be any relationship. It can be a bromance. It could be a pet and its master. It can be I don't remember what I said.
Dynamic
on the side
duos.
when I did that.
It can be. Is that what you call it? I was thinking like a dog calls its
Owner?
human
Oh.
owner. Whatever, dude. It's in my brain.
His master.
It's in my brain. But video games, TV, movies, anything that you want to suggest, we will watch or read or play, and then we'll talk about it. And there's there's a giveaway.
It's on my lips. It's
Yeah,
on
we
my
do a
lips.
giveaway every
It's on my
time.
lip.
Check us out, the Keep
it's
Up
everywhere.
Podcast.
Facebook and Instagram.
Check us out on Instagram as well as This Drink I Like It and Collection Revolution. That's we're on that a lot. At those
At those.
on Instagram.
Oh, I touched my nose.
Well, you're
Oh,
dead.
you know what's funny?
What?
I had a food challenge. That's
oh,
us right now.
Yeah, there you go.
But it doesn't matter.
too late.
All right.
I'll be honest. That wasn't as bad as I was.
Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah.
Funny enough, I had a worse time last. I feel like I might have gotten more, but I did the pinky swig, and I don't know. It just
I think next time we'll need to make a rule where it's like tortilla chip level. Like we have to put it on like butter
No, dude.
on a tortilla
God,
chip.
dude.
I think we have to make it intense.
Invite us to the keep up, and we will do
We'll
whatever
just
you
do a
make us
food
do.
challenge.
There
Why don't
we
we
go.
just do a food
just a
challenge?
legit food challenge.
Yeah.
So
Every time I talk, it hurts.
I spit everywhere. I apologize.
it's okay. So what we like to do with the end of the podcast is we pretend like we're ending the podcast, but really we're just gonna never end the podcast.
Well, if there's still people in here, I mean, might as well. I already commented it below, but what is the link?
I am the
What is the
plug.
link? Go back in the comments.
I
You'll
have
find
a plug.
you'll find the
He is
merch.
plug.
We got
He
Torn
is the
Between Two
plug.
Brothers merch now.
Plugging
Nice,
it
dude.
in.
Yeah, I'm
Plug
pretty
it
stoked about it. You got
in,
hats, you got
plug it in.
mugs, you got fucking coffee
If you
cups.
see
That's
me,
tight.
I
Everything,
got
dude.
a plug
So
to
go check
plug
that out if there's
into
anyone
the
still in
ball.
here. And
It's really cold, so you need a shirt.
will
Plug
see you
it now,
soon.
and
we
it
need
won't
merch,
hurt.
dude.
It won't hurt. Yeah, I got
Keep
the
up
plug,
hats.
and if you know me, I will plug
Yeah,
it
dude, merch isn't
in
too bad.
Keep
like-
up
We can show you
shorts.
after. It takes 2 seconds.
Plug
we were
it
stoked about it.
in.
Who'd you do it through?
So,
Spreadshirt.
if you see-
Spreadshirt.com
if you see me,
/Torn Between
it's a
Two
butt
Brothers.
plug.
Keep up boxers,
Get
briefs.
the plug
Yeah, I think they have like everything. They have
Plug
baby
plug.
onesies.
What?
Hear me,
Absolutely
it's a-
insane.
That would be sick
If
for
you hear
babies.
me, it's a butt plug. Buddy butt. Twiggle.
Do I have to tell you to end the podcast?
Plug
Are you
it.
actually
Hot
gonna end the
sauce.
podcast?
Buddy butt. Okay, so for those of you tuning in,
Keep up
The-
hot sauce.
the-
Tuning in?
Tuning in,
Bro,
dude.
we
would show up right now.
if you guys opened the podcast and said, "I wonder what's happening at the 2-hour mark," and
Nothing.
you fast forward to this point, this is what you're catching right now. I'm glad you're catching this part of
Sup,
the
Pat?
podcast
Yeah.
because the first 2
Futuries.
hours of the podcast isn't really that great. So you're catching the quintessential moment of
pretty
the
rough.
podcast.
Yeah.
So for those of you tuning in, catch us next time. We're gonna do butt plug stuff. It's episode 12,
Butt
and
plug stuff.
plug
Buddy
it
butt.
in, plug it in.
Blade.
Sonic music.